I just need to know what's on your mind. You can call my name, I'll be alright. I just need to know what's on your mind. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. Dance all night. I got dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. Dance all night. I got dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. Dance all night. I got dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just need to know what's on your mind. You can call my name, I'll be alright. I just need to know what's on your mind. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. I just wanna dance all night. Dance all night. I got dance all night. I just wanna dance all night.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Livestream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Today we got ourselves more 5V5 1v1 Duels, this time for the region of NA. Yesterday, fantastic Duels in EU. Today, we got to get the boys over on the NA games done. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. I'm changing up my lighting setup a little. It's like a very slight adjustment, but it's going to be weird for me. So if I'm like slow today, I'm just getting like used to stuff. It's a little different. It might even be distracting a little for me. Also, it feels like, or it sounds like the audio on my end is a little weird, right? You move one thing in the room and now the sound bounces just like slightly differently than before. So that's going to feel weird for me the entire run. I just want to give this a try, see how it goes. But how y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope you boys are having a good one. Let me get the music back up and running here. Is this a good song? Is this the one I want to start it off with? I think it is. Yeah, no. Not feeling that one. I mean, that's a good song generally. They're like a little slow. Alright, we'll do what we did yesterday. Literally. How y'all doing? The Dark Soul, Jay, Friendly Beautiful, how you doing? Wes, how you doing, my guy? Groups are going to be listed in just a moment here, boys. We'll get these groups up and running. But yo, hope you guys took a look at the video from yesterday night on the hero talents and stuff. I still am like, I still stand by what I said yesterday, man. Farseer, a little disappointed in them. Everybody else looks pretty cool, honestly. Monk, I'm just not 100%. Like, I just don't get it at all. I gotta actually get some hands-on action with it. Although, reading the comments, it's like, it's mixed. Like, there are parts that are good, and there are parts that are like players that play monks that are like, oh, this might feel awkward and weird. Hopefully they'll like monitor it, but like for the most part, people are pretty like looking positively at it in terms of like, okay, the additions look like they have potential, which is like, depending how you look at it, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, right? None of them have been a banger so far, except for like Warlock and Warrior. Everything they put up for Warrior and Warlock so far, maybe not Mounted as much, but like everything we've seen so far. Actually, no, I guess Warrior scratch that. Slayer looks really good, but like Warlock would be a good example, right? Everything they put out for them so far has been an absolute banger. And like between the Hellcaller, between the Demonologist or whatever it was, right? What it was? What was it actually? Hold on, it's Hellcaller's the new one, and then that Diabolist, the Diabolist, the Diablo, that one, yeah, that one's really good too. Yeah, Farseer is weird. I really wanted to see more in Rogues. I am excited to see what Shadow Priests are gonna get, what Assassin's Rogues are gonna get, Enhanced Shamans too. I really am excited for Totemic. Even Death Knights, actually. I think all the Death Knight ones look pretty good. Alright, not perfect, but generally pretty good. Groups are gonna be listed, let me switch over. Groups are gonna be listed in just a second here, boys. Over in the Raids Legacy side of the LFG. Now groups are listed. You guys are more than welcome to join us, Diabolus. Yeah, someone ran a multi-core earlier. Yeah, we're running some multi-core right now, dude. Multi-core 5V5 1v1 DUELS. Sap, get in here, my guy. Let me also convert it to a raid. And if you want to get homies in, if I'm in raid, now I can. You're more than welcome to. How we doing? We're doing pretty good, lore. How about you, my man? Also, what phasing am I in, man? I mean, I am in a phase for 5v5 duels or war mode out here, but there's like nobody here. What is happening? What is going on? This guy's got a portable lab. What? Actually looks really cool. That looks neat. But like, where's everybody, man? Normally I'm in the right phase. I mean, there's no alliance to snipe me this time around. At least I don't think. Unless. Yeah, there's like nobody. It's like the most dead phase I've ever seen, Blizzard. What's happening? Why'd you put me on such a dead shard? What is going on here, man? Blizzard, hello? What is happening? But how you boys all doing? Hope everybody's having a good one. What else what I gotta say? I was gonna say something else. I forgot what. Oh, I got one. Chat. So you know how 10.6 is coming out in just a handful of days? Well, and you know how we've all been feeling recently that like WoW has had no content for a good bit. Like I kind of miss having PTRs, man. Seeing like what's coming up next, seeing what's upcoming later. They got an encrypted update for 10.2.7 now on the PTR, or at least somewhere in an internal build, but like they get the 2.7 up and running, right? So 10.2.6 is going to be the patch we're getting down. Season 4 is part of 10.2.6, just like majority of this content comes a little bit later. And then they got Dark Heart, which is the patch of 10.2.7 that goes before the pre-patch with the Pandemonium event or whatever the activity is going to be. Looks like Pandaria thing, Harbinger questline, which leads us into the Harbinger, Troll and Janai Heritage Armor, but hopefully more character customizations, as well as the new holiday events, whatever that's going to be. Either a brand new holiday or like revamps of some of the holidays that they'll be doing in that time or whatever. I have no clue. But like, yeah, I'm excited, and that's already going to be hitting like PTR-esque thing soonish, hopefully. But at least you got to see the end branch, which is like, at least they're getting it ready and whatnot, which is exciting, man. Alrighty, let me see if I can reach out to a couple of homies. Hey, Speed, duels tonight. Let's see who else can I invite. Ultima Beast, hey, Ultima, wanna join duels tonight? Here's a rogue on the police, so we might have to separate the rogues and everybody else apart from each other a bit. Hey, Hockey, duels tonight? We got a lot of rogues, dude. We only got one rogue in this group. It might have to be like very, very, very perfected. Hey, duels. Why are all of you on rogues, man? Hey, Kevin, duels tonight? Everybody's out on the road today, man. Oh no, no, no. Hey, let me see if Kraken is done joining. Hey, Kraken, wanna join in on some 5V5 1v1 DUELS tonight? By the way, do you have to cancel Conduit of Celestials thingy before you end summon all? If you cast someone, if you full cast someone for the end too, you don't have to cancel the Conduit Celestial thingy before it ends. So you can end it early, from what I'm understanding, right? Or you could just let it channel fully and then still get the summon. I think it's good. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll do one. All right, look at Kevin in. Please invite, try and balance. Yeah, sounds good, man. Let me know when to inv. Hell yeah, my guy. Atal Dazar. I'm gonna just let him do his Atal run, man. I'm gonna let him do his Atal thing. You know what I mean? Let him run that Atal. I asked Tank earlier if you want to join, but last time it was like, nah. Hey, Traz, wanna join 5V5 1v1 DUELS, friend? All right, so Ed, let me get you in here. It's easy. I got you in. Okay, this group is set. Getting homies for the second group, and we are good to go. You know what? I moved one of my lights kind of off to the side to kind of highlight the background a bit better, but also move it out of my face. And now I'm like, my eye just keeps like noticing that there's now a new light source to the left of me. It is super distracting, man. It is wild. So let me do this. Let me delist for now. I'll make Madara lead, right? I have you added anyway. Yeah, I'll make you lead. Whisper me really quickly on reality, and we'll get a second group going here in a bit. I'm good. Okay, so Speed doesn't want to join any. Second group is forming. Boys, that's a lot of like agility classes in that one group. And a Boomkin and a Boomy. Put some posters up. My eyes just keep drifting out to the posters. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing, right? When you have something new in your environment, like your vision notices it. And for me, it's like, especially if it's in my peripheral vision, I'm gonna notice it constantly. Or even like, I don't even know, smaller adjustments too, right? Because I have a lamp over in the corner here, but when I move it to like behind the monitor here, it's like there's a bit of like a, not a hallway, but like, how would I describe it? It's like a little cubby where it's like the door, there's a bit of cubby, and that cubby is part of like this like wall extension with a door that's essentially the closet. So yeah, there's like a just a little space. I moved the lamp from here to there once, and like no matter what I was doing, whether I'm gaming, whether I'm sleeping, whether I'm doing anything, if I'm anywhere in my room, just having the light source in a different spot messes with me the entire time. Went on Rush 22s last night with legendary Blood DK Punch. Yeah, it's huge, man. What's up, Chris? How you doing, my man? How long does it take to get achievements so I can fly on the mount of a Draken? You mean like, how long does it take for you to like start flying like dragon riding? I'm pretty sure, chat, you gotta correct me if I'm wrong here, but can't you got 5? Beautiful. Yeah. But I'm only 1 or 2, so I feel, I don't know. Yeah, it'll good, my guy. Don't worry about it. I just want to have you lead just so I can have somebody be, you know, just somebody I can like queue from. But if you mean like flying around in the dragon riding, I'm pretty sure you do the first quest line during the early story quests in the what is it, Waking Shore. There's a quest line that eventually teaches you how to dragon ride, and then from there all you have to do is just like collect the glyphs, and that can give you all the dragon riding abilities, and you can fly everywhere. You don't have to do like any kind of special quest line. Just as long as you can do the quest to get your first dragon riding mount, and you do like little practice flight, you're good. And then you could fly around, collect glyphs, and just go anywhere you want to. So I would just do the story quest for Waking Shore, I guess. At least I would start with that, if you're like just coming back to the expansion or something. But yeah, that's about all I got. That's about all I got for you. Let me see what else can I toss an invite to. Let me see if does he want to join in on colors? And want to I could see. Hey, Duels tonight. See if he's down or not. Who else can I invite? Once I'm giving us out, I think I'll hit him up as well. Quick, he's already Magambala. We had Quick join us once only, like a while back. Kraken, I whispered him already. That's good. Jay doesn't really PvP, but that's all good. Addons, Destroy Hope is a PvE friendo. CJ, hey CJ, Duels tonight. Hey Chicago, Duels tonight. Hey Chicago, Duels tonight. With Chicago, that'll be like an extra body too if he's down. Beg me, JK, LMAO. I just said LMAO out loud, dude. I'm at a point where I'm like, where I say what I'm typing out loud, and I was literally just like in my brain, like ready to type out LMAO. Join me. I got second group forming up. Squad up. Squad up, my guy. Squad up. I can get 10, and then we'll need like what, 2 more, and we'll be good. So then we'll have 2 5-man groups, I believe. Let me see if I can toss him anyway right now, unless he wants to switch over, or if he's gonna come in on his druid. Actually, I would like to see more druids, man. I would love to see more druids. Chicago buff survival. Yo, you got a homie already. All right, so we need 2. Okay. I was gonna say bring in Feral instead, man. That'd be fun. That's gonna embarrass him one of these days. Nah, man, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, well, I meant for is what he's like for TLPD dragon riding about Draken, but if you said explains it, okay. Wait, what do you mean? I mean for is I want to use like TLPD dragon riding. Wait, you mean like you want to use normal flying, right? Is that what you're asking about? You want to use normal flying to get around? Groups up now. Got 1 more spot open. Okay, so you need the Pathfinder achievement. Yeah, to normal fly, you need the Pathfinder. So you go here, type in Pathfinder, and Dragon Isles Pathfinder is where you'll find the achievement. This will give you everything you need to do in order to unlock it. So you need to explore all of Wake and Shore. You need to explore on Arm Plains, Azure Span, like the 4 original zones. And I think you also got to do the main story quest lines. Yeah, the main storylines of each quest. There's a good chance if you level the character, you've done like a majority of those quest lines, if not all of them already. Then you need to explore the Emerald Dream, which is the zone added in 10.2. Dragon Red Explorer, so just explore all the other zones. Explore Embers on Notharian, which is like Zarala Caverns. You just gotta complete the following storyline of Zarala Caverns. And explore Zarala Caverns. And that's it. You're good to go. Yeah. What is this? Harrisale? Well, I'll take you, dude. I'll take you. I got you, my guy. I got you. There it is. We are good. We are good, boys. All good. Hold on. All good. All good. All good. All good, friend. Dude, this light is gonna be bothering me, man. Do I like churn it? Hold on. What does it look like if I mean, I guess as long as the green screen is like lit up, okay. No mind, I can't move it closer. I was gonna move it closer. Oh, is the green screen looking okay? Chat, how's the green screen looking? Because I can turn it a little bit so it's not like shining in my peripheral. Does this look fine? Hold on. I mean, I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take it. All right, we're set. I'm gonna make you lead already. You already lead. Beautiful. Alrighty. Chicago's a bozo. Get out of here. Chicago is a beautiful butterfly. Mararuchi Hoya. Marara Uchiha. Okay, and the grand one. I feel like this is where I should make some kind of like a Naruto joke, but like I at some point I fell off the whole Naruto train completely, so it's okay. So it's okay. Dalaran, what is the 10? What is it, my man? We got duels! What do you gotta say, huh? Squad up! Squad up! Arcade Mage! I love it, dude. Harry? It's an arcane mage. Let's go. Looks good. Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna figure this out. You know what I'm gonna do? This is a little smaller ring. It's like a ring light. It is a bit smaller. There is quite a bit of like a USB tether that is tucked away from behind the PC. What I might do is I might move this over here to this corner of the table, have that light up the back. This thing just moves back and just lights me from a distance. And I might just have little light to light this, big light to light me, and just kind of like balance it just so I'm not looking like Casper the Friendly Ghost. You know, before a Farsi or Shaman comes in just to claim me as his own. To these hero talents. You know what I mean? So Twitch, let me switch up the music a little bit here. Let me get that up and running here, dude. Let me get it up and running here, dude. Let me get this going here, dude. Beautiful. I like this one actually a lot. Who's first? Harry? Harry just as an arcade mage. This is not Seawork, is it? Or is it? Or is it? Or is it? The police out and about. We were the man out here trying to see if we can shut down a criminally good looking mage here. That mog, it looks actually fantastic. Police trying to see if you can plant a smoke bomb, throwing down a smoke grenade for just a second, trying to see if you can maybe find this way. Oh, we're just gonna absolutely riddle with bullets, trying to go for better cover. Throwing a blanket of shadows over himself really quickly. I love this Galtira look, man. I feel like he's missing. No, he's got a bit of a beard. He's got a bit of like a soul patch going on. I was gonna say, feels like he's missing a beard. Trinket out of Harry as he goes in for a blink Nova onto the police barrage to follow. Ring of fire surrounding the guy. The guy's trying to see if he can make it over there. Evasion is his last ditch effort. He's got nothing really left right now. One shadow step may not be enough to keep him alive and kicking. Kevin is gonna be up next as a balanced druid Zandalari. I'm loving it. Look at his hat too. I never really liked the hat from the or rather the helm of the current Boomkin set, but like the hat, I feel like that looks good. It's going to be a bit of a port reversal onto Kevin Breath right after. Does end up freezing the druid, who's going to go for Trinket, trying to see if he can disengage around Harry out of there as soon as possible. What is your name again? Harry Sia? I have no idea. I'm just going to call you Harry. We're just going to do that, right? We're just going to do that. Instant DC? You're doing DC, right? Did ya? In DC, right? Modder on this team, we got us as Moon, we got us as Sappy, and Kevin trying to see if he can hold his fort. That's going to be a knockback with an Arcana Sphere into a Ring of Fire. Touches the magic onto Kevin, does go for the full root. Silence onto Harry, does go for quite a bit of damage. Icebox mania to come out, got himself the altered in order to be able to reposition, but also regain quite a bit of health, taking a lot of damage from behind the pillar, between the beam, between the Star Surges and the Star Surge procs. Kevin actually has got himself quite a number of damage. Harry not feeling all that good right now. He's got these little Fade Dragons attacking him from around. They're not doing the most amount of damage, but it is enough to pressure the mage with the Star Surge. Does put him on the back foot, and Kevin got himself the position. He's ready to go. He's ready to spear him, dude. He's ready for it. As Harry trying to see if he can get himself a Nova. That's going to be Kevin breaking out of those very, very quickly. Arcana Sphere trying to see if you can reverse disengage and bash into Harry. Does some, maybe have a blink, blinks into a wall, interrupt Kevin on nature with an arcane missiles right after. Kevin with a bit of a bear from looking for a recovery. Ring of Fire on the far side, cannot really move anywhere, trying to go for a cyclone. That's an aggressive clone. Needs something right here. Looking for survivability. Is it going to be enough though? Knocked almost right into the fire. Cyclone, the ready regrowth. Oh, barrages. Every single one of them is getting him super so below, but he's trying to see if he can fight for his life. Missiles around the corner. Does he survive this one? He got Barkskin, I think, maybe. Unless maybe my UI is all kinds of weird. Does a Barskin, smallest shield in the world, 12% dampening. Does slightly reduce a knockback with a barrage. Oh my god, that was dirty. He did such a good job. Actually pressured the mage so much. Made sure to get his ice block out as soon as possible. So that's massive Cloak of Shadows instantly for Sappy with a shadowy duel all to time for Harry. As soon as he goes in for a blink, reversing back, Dutch of the Magi, back-to-back cheap shots by the Rogue. He doesn't have his big immunity anymore. If Harry is careful, he should be aware that the Rogue does not have his Cloak of Shadows anymore. He is dotted. Ring of Fire is going to end up walking into it. Does end up walking in with a touch of the Magi together. Nether Tempest, all that damage. Does go for a hit, another advantage. No more outs. Does get ahead with a Nova. Blind images are keeping the Rogue in combat. Should at least keep him out of stealth at the very least. Barrages has himself a Shadow Step, but it's going to be a blink. Does he have any other ways to close the gap? Maybe Shadow Meld. Shadow Meld, Shadow Strike. Trying to see if he can get himself a reset. Doesn't quite connect. No, he doesn't get a long one whatsoever. More missiles with shifting power for Harry. He's looking for a bit of that cooldown recovery. Touches the magic onto Sappy. The road got nothing left. Last step. Oh, that's just dirty. That's just dirty. What is it going to be next? Is it Moonwalker or is it going to be Madara? One of those two, man. One of those two. I think. Is it a Boomkin? It is a Boomkin. I actually was going to say, I hope it's a Boomkin. Just because they can play around dampening and at least they can do quite a bit of healing. And they will probably be in more pain if there was higher dampening. It's going to drop mushrooms onto Harry though as he goes in with a quick root silence. Harry approaching it with a Raketosphere. Got an old time ready. Knocking the druid out from behind the pillar. Blink as soon as he goes in. Quite a bit of damage out of the Boomkin. He has himself lots of instant cast potential damage. That's going to be Harry recovering quite a lot of health. Got himself shields ahead of time. 20% dampening is going to reduce a little bit of the healing by quite a bit. Moon is playing Thorns, which is unfortunate, but he was probably trying to see, oh, there's like 2 rogues, Beastmaster Hunter, and a Handsome Shaman. Yeah, I probably want to go anti-melee here, but that's just part of the things in the 5v5 1v1 duels. You want to be ready for any kind of a situation, any kind of encounter, or prepare yourself for your hardest matchup whatsoever. And for Boomkin, I think he was just trying to go against anti-melee. It's going to be a little unfortunate. It won't really get too much use out versus the Arcane. Well, we'll see. He still has a chance here. Boomkins do quite a bit of damage. Maybe does he have a lockout? He could maybe silence him. So close to a silence, maybe. Oh, he does just keep barraging him back to back to back, trying to see if he can get away from the Demon Hunter. Hitting him with a barrage. Man goes in for eventual retreat immediately, trying to see if he can go in for a couple of sigils here and there. It's going to be a knockback on his charge, on his fell rush. Quick invisibility out of the mage. Madara trying to retreat behind the pillar. Caught kind of out in the open. May need summon right here. Sigil of Fear. I gotta be barrage. Oh my god. I was so dirty. Ooh. A quick 1v5 by an arcane mage. I wonder what kind of a mage that was if I were to check my reality. I don't even have to, boys. I don't even have to. You know who it is. You know who this is. It's your favorite. Let's get another one going. Let's get ourselves Anonymous in here. Wait. Let me know if ready. Let me know if ready. Let me know if ready. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, this is gonna be this is a hell of a duel. Forfeit. Okay. Invite. Oh. Never mind. Did you guys get +1 or did it just switch over? Starver wants to duel me? Okay, I'm level 70, man. What do you mean? I'm level 60. Look at my gear. We good? Let me double check with Madara. And what's up, Braga? How you doing, my guy? Yo, how's it going? What's up, Mikey? Hope you're doing good, my guy. How you doing? Yo, what do you think about the setup a bit? I adjusted the lighting a little bit here. What are your thoughts? What are you feeling? Let me go into, I don't know, Hook. What's a good map? Hook Point? It's fine. You can beat him. No, I think you definitely can. No, Kevin, if you talk, I mean, like me. I can't tell if you were seeing me and Kevin talk back and forth about that duel. It was actually really close. Frost Mage this time around. Okay, this will be interesting. Everybody on team one is like, dude, I didn't even get a chance to play. Come on, man. Glaive switching over. It's going to be... Oh, Kevin switching over. I see. Did you get a chance? I know. You're not the only one that whispered me. I got whispers from 3 people like, dude, come on, man. I'm trying to game here. What is happening? Looks good. Screen is clear on my side. Cool. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm gonna be messing around with my lighting, I think, over Sunday, Monday, or whatever. I do want to maybe move this ring light back a bit so you can highlight the background. I'll move this light back right now. I have it over here. I'm gonna move it back, let it highlight me, but I'm kind of just trying to like make myself less overly exposed, make myself look less like, you know, like I've seen a ghost. That's essentially what I'm trying to do. Just trying to make it look a little bit like, make it look a little better. All right, is the best word I could use here. Alrighty, switch. Got also Chicago first up over for the team one. Immediately lassos get glaived. Would you lasso on a hunt? Wait, no, you still got to connect. You're still connected. Yeah, you see that green like smoke around Chicago, like they haven't showered in 3 weeks or so. I was trying to figure out like how long is long? How long is a little long? 2 weeks? Because like 2 weeks is like, oh, you've been out camping for a very long time. 3 weeks, yeah, okay, maybe that's like, you know, less than reasonable. Chicago going in for a bit of a knock. He did not get to what I'm trying to say. He did not get to stop that hunt. Darkness out for Glaive really early while he is rooted out in the open. For Chicago, he's mostly just trying to see if he can avoid the metamorphosis. He does fall off from get Glaive, so if you go in right now, as long as the Demon Hunter doesn't have a proper go here, you could potentially put up some damage. That's going to be a 2 classes right here. A hit and run playstyle with a Demon Hunter and more of a sustained base playstyle with maybe some hit and run bursty elements as enhancement. Got himself full lasso into a Sunder. Big cleave right now for Get Glaive. Man's not in a great spot. I think he just dies to Raptors. Oh, he charges in and Chicago's just out here ignoring him, looking for that recovery as Madara is going to be up next. Got himself full I-beam, immediately knocked backwards. And Chicago, as long as they're not stunned, he can definitely maneuver these Demon Hunters out of the way. Goes in for a Fell Rush around the corner. Just to go for a proper metamorphosis, however. Goes in for a big old hunt right after. Is going to leap out of the totem. That was pretty well set up. For Chicago, he was trying to see if he could reposition away from him. But it is going to be a route onto the... You actually are going to be able to remove your dots too, huh? I don't know if that's going to be good for you or not, because the Volcano does 1, quite a bit of damage, and 2, it knocks you up in air. So if you're min mobility, you're just going to kind of limit your overall movement. I guess you can get some air time with it if you wanted to. Lasso. Wait, do you just kill him with a zapper? Oh, that is so cool. I love that. The knockback as soon as they go for a Fell Rush, that is, I don't know why. I love that. Wait, just died in Frost Shock? If you got the Maelstrom. Oh, dude, the Volcano. The Volcano! The self-inflicted dispels that actually do a decent bit of damage are actually out of this world. Sapping going in for full steps to Chicago with a wall as they do get taken into the Shadow Realm. The Rogue slicing, dicing past Chicago, trying to see if he can potentially take out the Shaman. Does get rooted out in the open with the Cloak of Shadows. Went in, sent everything into the Chamois, but didn't really get too much out of Chicago. I guess cooldowns were gotten. And I guess the question is, can Sapir recover quickly enough in order to get back in? Cloak of Shadows as the Rogue is staying in there, staying super aggressive. Can he shout in Chicago? A little bit DR, that or just not enough comp points in that thing. Yoinking the Rogue over with an Elemental Blast right after. He does get himself a re-stealth. Looks like a clean one, unless there's a Flame Shock on it. I think it is going to be a clean one. Chicago able to force Rogue back into hiding. Both eyes are available, and Sapir trying to see if he can coach himself behind the pillar at the fish market. I guess, right? It's just a bunch of salmon hanging out there. Is that salmon? I don't even know my fish super well. Chicago getting hit with a cheap shot, but the Raptors are surrounding the Rogue. Just needs a bit of a more Maelstrom just to go for Alien Blast. That's going to be cheap death out of the Rogue, unless he's got an out here. I think it's over. Does go in for a Lava Lash at the very end. The police running in. The cops have come in. They found out that Chicago is out here running amok with the Garrode. Immediately as he goes in Garrode. Cheap shot. Full dots are in. Chicago played against the SAS Rogue plenty last week, and he's actually able to separate him away from the Rogue before any of the poisons, any of the dots, any of the ramp up damage comes in after you go for a full on death mark. Full zap with the lasso, knocking the Rogue back, and this is the Rogue not getting any value out of the death mark. He still got himself down, so he still got himself quite a bit of damage. Saps is going to do a lot of damage, especially if you got a Kingsbane together with a Shadow Dance. That could still do a ton. Does go in for a full dance. If you got Kingsbane, wall for Chicago, just trying to see if you can create some survivability here. Big zappers onto the police, though. Get a shot right after. Police does not have a vanish anymore. He's just got it all in there with a burrow down for Chicago, looking for the snow. Oh my God, that is so good. Trapped him up. He had nowhere to go, and Chicago just goes in with a big old haymaker from underground. My goodness, with Moonwalker as the last one left over for the team to kind of glitching out here though for a second. Did you see that, or was that just me? What is it? I cannot wait until all these other dragons, by the way. I gotta get dragon riding. I am excited, man. I'm excited. I can't wait. Especially those like Valajar drakes, the storm drakes from Legion. Oh, they look so good. That looks so good. Chicago chilling behind the pillar. Is Dotted sitting down just for some mage food, just to buy himself as much time as possible. Moon wants to get in, but not quite sure if he wants to charge in directly or just hit Chicago from a distance. Kind of trying to see if he can go in with the thorns, with a knockback on Chicago, but does bypass it with a leap of his own before the root comes out. That's going to be the totem to grip. Moon walking back in. Moon might be in a ton of trouble. Doesn't go for the trick. It needs a bark skin right here. Going for quite a lot of damage to Chicago. Oh my god, the amount of damage. Oh, he's not going to give you an auto duel. I was going to say you better give him an auto duel as buff survival charges in full. Oh my god, the amount of damage you can put out. This class does so much burst either way. Chicago with them 4 though. Look at the boy. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. All right. I got a drop. Okay. Okay. Pass me lead. I can take over. We'll give you guys 1v lead. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one going. Oh my god. These games have been so quick. So quick. Gonna swap one out. Yeah. Appreciate you, moderator. You're more than welcome to take your plane if you want to, my guy, or if you want to dip, that's all good. That's all good. Whatever you want to do. You're more than welcome, man. You're more than welcome to just keep playing. I like, it doesn't bother me. Whatever you want to do. Where are we at in NA? Wow. We're gonna hit that 600 easily. We need one more. Chat, uno más. Uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más, uno más. Oh, hey Sappy, how you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. We hanging out, my man. Chicago got blasted. Chicago did get blasted. Chicago's doing fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, Chicago was doing an awesome job there, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what the druid just did. Just kind of came out of nowhere, like aimed an orbital beam cannon at Chicago from outer space and just absolutely nuked him. I blinked and I just saw Chicago's health just like disappear, just get evaporated. I'm not even sure exactly what happened, but Boomkin, they got a bit of a bite to them. That's for certain. We need one of my boys if y'all want to join in. Groups are listed over in the LFG Raids Legacy section. We need one more Ordic. Hey, how you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Other team, your team. All right, so with this, we're gonna get I'll make Hockey's lead. Yeah, I'm gonna make Hockey's lead. Hockey, where are you? Where is Hockey's actually? Hockey's, can you whisper me on real ID? I am so... Oh, there you are. Hey, we'll make you lead so we can queue. Hello, what's up, Becca? Becca? Beg? Is it Beg? Josh? I'm gonna call it Josh. I'm gonna call it Josh. I called you Beggar, but it's like, no, it's not a G, that's a Q. And that's... Yeah, sign on. Alright, sounds good, my guy. Sounds good. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll call it Josh. Is it Josh or Josh? Josh, perfect. Because we got Josh in our guild, so that's the name I can vibe with. Is 5V5 1v1 just on the name? No, we host them on the EU as well. Yesterday, Jackie, we did them on Friday. Fridays are our EU days, EU time. Otherwise, we do them on... How are you guys both dead? What happened? We see what happened was. Are you guys both out here? Okay. Okay, Josh, okay for me? Perfect. Also, chat, I gotta do... I gotta use the restroom. So give me like, I don't know, like a minute or so. Yeah. You gotta go. So let me be right back. I'm gonna try to see if I can get out of here because this thing is kind of in the way now. But yeah, let me do that really quickly. Be right back. And then we'll queue. Enjoy the chair stream. All right, we're back. We're back. We are back. You know how it is, dude. You know how it is. All right. You go to the bathroom, pull out your phone, you do a bit of time traveling, and here we are. All right, let's get some actual duels going here in just a moment. All good. Here we go. Moon, raid lead, I bounce, and we swap out Moon for, or Moderer rather, for, what was it? Hockey's, what's your reality again? Hockey win. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's nice. Welcome back. Appreciate it, boys. Yeah, I'm coming back from year 1985. Wow. Oh. I'm gonna send you guys into Blackrook. I'm gonna send you guys to the prisons. All of you in the cell. I can check right after. Yeah. First I'm playing as Elisa. Good to see me. Yo, I hope you enjoyed, man. At least a lot of fun. You gotta do a lot of control. You gotta do a lot of knockbacks. You gotta really just go for a ton of roots and instant cast all day. Earthshock, Frostshock is a fantastic combo. Definitely try to use that as much as possible to your advantage, if at all available. My boy, yeah. When you gotta go, dude. Hey, Dal, if you got a spot next round, yeah, sure. Hey, I can get you in. If we get spots, man, I can get you in. It's between Hockey and Chicago. If either one of them has a spot, we'll definitely get you in. We got Dice in here? Or is that Dick and You? That's such a good name. Such a oh man, we got ourselves Buff Survival on this team together perfect. We've got ourselves Tier on the Rogue, Chicago, as well as Dick. I guess we got ourselves good Glade Pure as well. We got ourselves Cordic as well as Moonwalker, Sappy, and the Police. And it's gonna be Get Glade first up versus Buff Survival. Man's gonna be backing up out for a second into a bit of a Fury of the Eagle. That's gonna be Glade taking so much damage in the opener. Man's got no health at all. He needs something. Oh, he just got executed. Oh my god. On live television, what is happening? That is so much. Oh, what is this mug? I actually like it. It's like very vanilla, very red also. I like it. From the mask to the only thing I think is a little bit unnerving. Oh, Sappy getting hit with the freezing trap. You just gotta walking into it. That got himself a bit of that shadowy duel onto Buff Survival, but the man is avoiding him entirely as best as possible. Cloaker Shadow just trying to see if he can wait out the Rogue. He's gotta get that binding shot. If he moves away, he does go for the Shadow Strike in order to get away or get close. So we're Buff Survival. I don't know if you got a Hunter's Mark on them or not. The only thing I was gonna say, I'm like a little weirded out about you, Mog. You do see him. You do have a Hunter's Mark. You are aware where the guy's at. That or you had him dotted. This is one more kill shot, big grenade. Oh, just absolutely. Just cleaned in two with a Death Shocker. Oh my goodness, Moonwalker is gonna be up next. Survival trying to close the gap. I'm just trying to say his haircut choice, those two little pigtail things, that's like the only thing that looks a little bit awkward to me with the rest of that Mog. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's just me. Got himself full silence on the Buff Survival with a root. The guy may need to use the defensive. Does go for Fortification of the Bear for a little bit extra health. Survival of the Fittest for 30% DR damage reduction, or yeah, damage reduction. And it's going to be Buff Survival trying to see if he can go for a bit of a harpoon. Taking so much damage right now. Oh man, super low. But he's still rotting. Hold on. He just needs one more Star Surge. He can still rot. Oh, he might just die to dots. Feign death? Stun? Wait, maybe he just answered right here. Fury. Oh, no shot. Oh, he went down either way. That was incredible. That is a hell of a hunter. My goodness. Wow, that was so good. Chicago tried to give a bit of an auto duel to Cordic. Hitting him with that Frost Shock just to be like, yo, you ready? You ready? Cool off, bro. You ready? Gonna be that totem down for Cordic, just trying to keep Chicago in place. Chicago taking down a totem that is going to be Lightning Lasso right after. As he's actually breaking in through Chicago's health bar quite a bit, he's going to yoink him right in. He's like, come closer, bud. Come closer, fella. Cordic cannot escape this whatsoever. Trying to go for Frost Shocks. A Lava Burst to follow. Got himself plenty of damage. Hold on a second. That's going to be the grounding totem. He's going to be able to bounce out of there for just a second. Looking for a bit of recovery. Chicago got himself an interrupt. Cordic hit with a lasso. Trying to go for a knock. Trinket follows. It's Sunder. Is this another Cordic is just staying super aggressive with Chicago looking for a kick. Doesn't quite connect there. Got himself walled together with Guardian. Needs to go for a bit of recovery himself. Root into Chicago. Could at least catch up a little bit of healing here. As long as you got yourself any kind of recovery. Chicago just topping himself off completely. Cordic staying super aggressive there. Rooting Chicago out in the open. Doesn't trip him on the nature. Locking him out on heals with a big ascendance. Is this enough? Chicago may need something here. Lightning Lasso may just end you. Hold on a second. He got himself a little bit of health. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where that health came from. Got himself a bit of recovery. Trying to see if he can walk away from the burrow. I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, burrow. To counter Chicago's burrow. Oh, that is so good. Needs a recovery right now. He needs some healing. Chicago looking for a bit of healing as well. Cordic is a bit behind right now. Unless he get himself the procs, both of them dropping down totem. Chicago is able to grip Cordic in though. And it's going to be a bit of a knockback. Cannot escape this Cordic. Just needs himself just a little bit more survivability. Tried to go for a knock on Chicago. Got himself the Earthy Elemental by the looks of it. So should be able to maybe get himself a stun on Chicago. Maybe, possibly. He needs something right now. Big Elemental Blast. Got himself, I don't know what you got. Lava Burst. Lightning Lasso. Wait a second. He is believing. He's starting to believe. Running Chicago looking for a bit of the recovery. And the man is trying to claw back that victory. He's not giving up, dude. His health got low, but he's not ever giving up. Big primordial by Chicago Zappy onto Cordic, but the man is trying to stay alive as best as possible. Knockback onto Chicago, somehow avoiding the root. I don't know how. Root onto Chicago though. There goes the actual root. He's actually giving himself an opportunity to get a breather, looking for a small heal. Got himself a static totem on Chicago. Is going to be able to break past it pretty quickly. Cordic with one more heal while wall is active. Fire Elemental is at the ready. Sunder by Chicago is going to yoink Cordic over to the corner, not letting him chase at Chicago at all. He's just going to take a moment just to give himself a bit of healing light and lasso to follow up. Chicago should have a lasso of his own as well here. Try to go for a knockback of his own too. Trinkets are available for both of them, so Cordic might actually be able to trinket this. Does go for the trinket. Chicago does not have a does have a trinket come back very, very soon. Has defenses. Trying not to use those defenses right now. Trying to hide behind the pillar to maybe catch up a little bit of healing. If you could just get yourself a bit of recovery, then use defenses on a full-on out approach, that'll be the best set combo. But Cordic got the movement, he got the knocks. This is exactly what you love to see out of an elemental shaman. The knocks, man. The amount of control you try to establish, you need that as elemental. I love that about shaman, dude. The amount of knockbacks they have is kind of wild. It's like the most amount of knockbacks of any class out there. It used to be just Bunkin, I think, way back in like the days, like the old days. As Cordic got himself Guardian, maybe this will be enough. Trying to see if he can join Chicago out. Chicago does break out of the chase to bind them. Big ascendance on the Cordic with a lasso to follow. Chicago does not go too far behind or too far away to not break the tether. And Cordic, oh my goodness, he's at no help whatsoever. Does burrow down for a second just to give himself a quick escape. He needs more recovery. 29% dampener is going to put quite a lot of pressure on this man. He's got a wall coming up very, very soon. As long as he doesn't get interrupted, he might be okay. He definitely needs some more instant cast, some more knocks onto Chicago. Try to go for root. Chicago breaks it immediately. Doesn't even flinch. Once Cordic with a wall. Is there anything you can do right now? Grounding totem for Chicago is able to grind a lot of attacks from Cordic and overpower him right after. That is so rough. The police, the last left over on team 2, trying to give Chicago as much of an honor as possible. Look at that. He actually just waited to let him get a full heal. I love that. I don't know if Chicago didn't notice it because this guy was in stealth, but we saw it. He could have just ran in and gotten the full garrote on Chicago. He could have done it. Look at that. He's bowing. He's in stealth, but we can see him bow. He's trying to give Chicago as much of an honorable duel here as possible, man. Chicago looking to pick up the ice, but I think kind of just like maybe take second guessing it. And I think that's actually fair. Like if he's going to give him an honor duel, he should at least let him get the opener. Full death mark in Chicago. Shadow step with the kid shot to follow. Got himself full shadow dance and everything. Burrow down for Chicago. Still taking a lot of damage either way though. The police is avoiding the Sunder. Trying to go for a big haymaker. Is it going to be enough though? Light and lasso does shrink out of it. Police may need to go for a cloak of shadows here. Got himself an evasion, but he cannot break out of the route. Chicago looking for as much recovery as possible. Police with a quick gouge. Still dots are rolling in onto Chicago. And actually, the zap might just tase him out of here. He's backing away. Barely walks by the eye, but doesn't quite pick it up. Chicago's able to recover very quickly here at 38% dampener though. That is nuts. That is wild. Survival hunters just say different. They really do. They really do. I don't think a lot of people give them credit. They really do. Police trying to see if he can go for them shivs onto Chicago, but the enhancement shaman is going to be able to take him. My goodness. Dude, yeah, buff survival. This man's right here. Chicago also did pretty good, by the way. That's a lot of damage and a lot of healing. Cordic was not going to go out without a proper fight. He was going to give Chicago a proper duel there of shaman versus shaman. But that survival and the amount of damage they do, it's one of those specs that I feel like does not get highlighted nearly enough. Whether we're talking about PvE or PvP, they're fantastic. Let's get us another one going. If you guys need more bodies, by the way, let me know, because we got homies that do want to join in. So, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Dalaran, hashtag 1340. Mother, welcome to. Any Shadow Priests? We got none in there now, but if you want in, well then welcome to join. Hockeys as well as Chicago, let me know if you got 5 or if you boys need more bodies. Let me know if ready or need more. There we go. I'm gonna start watching my language here. I'm gonna stop saying the word bodies before that becomes like the it word on the internet. I'm just gonna say people. Is that fair? Insane. Yeah. So survival 100 ever boom pumping through 40. Yeah, they can do a lot of damage. Ready to go. Awesome. If you guys got any more spots, let me know, because I got Halo Heart trying to join in. I got Is it Joe Walsh? Yeah. You guys are good? Okay, so we're good for now, but I'm gonna queue up either way though. I'm gonna queue us up. But if we got more if you need more bodies after more people afterwards, I'm just gonna get myself in trouble, huh? You know what, let's get this. I was about to say let's get this out of the way. What about do this one instead? They are technically bodies. True, living ones. Well, unless you're like an undead, and then it's like, is it a corpse? Kinda. At least mad fun. It's so good. I have no idea what I'm pressing. When I'm pressing left, but it's very fun. You know, play cast room PvP. Yeah, no, playing the cast room PvP, elemental in particular, with how many knockbacks you need and how you need to like orient your abilities. It definitely is like, please, yeah. It definitely takes like a second to get used to it, right? It's definitely a bit of a learning curve, I would say. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love LE specifically more like in Mythic Pluses too. They're really, really fun. But for PvP, Elemental has generally been like a pretty good class this expansion specifically. The amount of knockbacks I've had, or at least in 1v1s, but also just in general, like Season 1, they were just everywhere at some point. But like the instant cast damage, consistent pressure, multiple schools of casting, bunch of knockbacks, now burrow, right? They just got like a really good kit. Right, a really good kit, and they're fairly tanky. Start playing, saying entities, amoebas, amalgamation of cells. Yeah, we could start breaking it down to just like molecular level if we wanted to, right? But I ain't no scientist unless it comes to. I was gonna say computers, but I am not even a computer scientist either. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves buff survival as well as Inu. We got ourselves perfected. We got tier as well as Chicago. And it looks like Inu is going to be first up as a, I was going to say marksman because I saw the bow, but it's a Beastmaster versus the police. This man out and about trying to see if it can, I guess, I'm going to try to make a joke. Try to raid. Wait, what is that kidney shot? Oh, is that a one count point kidney shot? Is that what it was? Like, I think he was trying to go for a Garou cheap shot, but the Flayer took him out in the open. Got himself a shadowy shadows. I was gonna say shadow dance or shadowy duel almost, but it's gonna be trinket to follow. Does he have to go in you? Unless you got yourself a bandages, I think it actually might be in quite a bit of trouble. That's a lot of dots around you, maybe together with poisons. Hopefully the police sunk in. I don't know if you pair sepsis and everything together at once here. I'm not 100%, but he definitely should. Well, I guess you could separate him if you wanted to, but if you could combine everything together, I don't really know if he got an option. Now he got a sepsis, so he does separate his cooldowns a little bit, and he's trying to see if he can potentially live this. I think unless maybe Turtle helps you, but you're limited right now. Sudden demise is going to be the end of you. Hold on, you just might have a heart attack. Does get a heart attack as the police able to take him down. Just rushing the guy with Tier, not even giving police a chance to catch a reset. Immediately hit him with a shadowy duel secret technique. Not even shadowy duel, just a shadow blade secret technique combo. Wamba and Glaive is going to be up next, trying to see if he can get his opener versus the Rogue. He definitely got to find a way to deny the Rogues go at the beginning and try to see if you can get yourself an opener on the Rogue before he gets a chance. But Tears is gonna go into Cubby. I hate that Cubby strat on this map. I hate that Cubby strat, especially with Rogues when they start using it. Oh, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Got him some Shadow Strikes. Gouge on that stun. It's going to be a Trinket on the Glaive. That's a very aggressive Trinket. Second stun onto Tier. Does go for the Trinket with a blind. Wait, do you have a... You do have a proper stun. I was going to say for a second, maybe one of you had the yard stuns. And I think Glaive is the one that did have the yard stuns. Glaive taking a lot of damage right now. That secret technique did quite a bit. The eviscerates not as much. We've seen a lot of rogues recently do a ton of damage with their eviscerates, but not for Tier. His secret technique does the most. Normally, it's like secret technique was almost used just to buff your eviscerate damage that follows. Because if those things crit, that's a lot. Got himself eventual trade, trying to maybe see if he can avoid any kind of CC out of Tier. With a Metamorphosis, got himself Blade Dance. Maybe the dot and the leech. Nah, I was gonna say maybe the dot and leech will be enough in order to keep himself barely afloat. But nothing you could really do. Moonwalker is up next, trying to see if you could just, I guess, give him a proper opener. Because you're gonna have to give him an opener anyway, right? It is a rogue. He could have just walked in and just started Moonfire, Sunfire. At least kept him on the ropes, right? Maybe got the, I don't know if he plays Swarm as a Boomkin. Do you even have Swarm anymore as a Boomy? I don't think you do. I think he did for maybe at some point in the talent tree, but I think they might have or do you? I don't think you do, right, chat? You guys are gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong or not. Did Boomkins at some point have the Swarm as a talent, either in like the alpha, the beta, or like the early versions of the talent trees for Boomkin? I don't remember. I assumed old druids had it. Almost. Not from being gone forever. Not for Resto and Feral. Not for Resto and Feral. Big thorns up for Moon, trying to see if he can survive, but the man's got Shadow Strikes back to back to back. Wasn't gonna give him a moment of breather whatsoever. Adaptive or Fairy? Adaptive. The Necrolord ability. Yeah, Fairy Swarm. You mean like Fairy Fire? Is it Fairy Swarm now? I guess it depends. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm watching wrong row completely. Is it Cordic? I don't think it's Cordic. Hold on. He thinks it's going to be him. It's Sappy, in fact. Hold on. It is Sappy. The guy's just like attacking Cordic. You got to fight Sappy. That was supposed to be Sappy. Cordic didn't even touch you. That is dots on a tier, though. Got himself a Shadow Strike. Trying to see if he can get himself a go versus Sappy. Sappy with a Cloak of Shadows should be able to evade. I don't know if he was able to evade a Kitten Shot or something out of tier. If you have yourself a Cheap Shot, you can still get some kind of a go. Sappy no longer has a Trinket, though. That could put him in a really bad spot. Mad damage out of tier with a secret cheat death. I guess no cheat death for Sappy. Unfortunate. Cordic cried out. He was like, I don't want to fight a rogue, man. Don't make me do it, Dad. No, man. Aw. I believe in you, my guy. I believe in you. Tier's trying to give you as much of an auto duel as humanly possible, man. He's trying to give you a proper vow. Cordic did Trinket, it looks like. Wait, you actually Trinket? Oh, no. Oh, no. You know what? Now I see why the tears. I get why there's tears streaming down your face. I understand perfectly. I believe in you, Cordic. I believe in you. Technically, it's a tough duel, no matter how you slice it. And there's going to be a lot of slicing with this rogue. But no matter how you put it, like Cordic as a Lich Shaman technically is a good class against melee. But it is a sub-rogue. Arguably the best spec for pure 1v1 situations. Is he gonna go for an immediate knock onto tier? At the very least, you can keep him at a distance. Lava burst are flying in. Yet another knockback with a lasso. Does have a trinket. Doesn't want to use it yet, though. If Cordic got any more runes to follow, Ice Sphere will help him get quite a bit of instant cast damage. Cannot really go for a proper setup. Does go for the knock. Has himself ground, has himself wall, has himself burrow. So maybe can utilize either one of those abilities. Does get himself big ascendance. Cloak of Shadows for tier right now. Cordic just gotta find a way to survive this. Wall together with Guardian. Just needs to get himself any kind of healing rune to tier. With a burrow, that's a lot of commitments on those cooldowns, though. Tier just needs to get himself a good angle versus the guy. Blind trinket out of Cordic with the rune onto tier. And he's just trying to see if he can back out of there. He did use Guardian. He did use Wall. That's going to be Shadow Step by the Rogue. Knock him back for a second. If you can just keep him rooted for a moment there or two, he might be able to get some kind of a go-go and Gouge to follow. If you got himself a full setup, Kidney Shot knocks him back. He backs up out of there. Hold on. What is this? Oh, Cheap Shot. Oh, he backed him away. Secret Technique does not connect. It does not connect. Hold on a second. Lava Burst, Earth Shock. You have the Frost Shock combo. Or just Lava Burst and oh, he does bring it back. Oh, that was a good knockback. I think tier. Oh, give him an honor duel. He's not. Well, at least he'll let him kind of sort of recover health. I was gonna say, give this man an honor duel. He deserves it. He did so good. Let's go, Cordic. With a full rush in as buff survival, trying to see if he can get himself a go. Ooh, that pincer maneuver onto Cordic as he jumps out of the binding shot, stunning him immediately. Does at least get run to buff survival. Got himself the an Earth Elemental at the very least, so that's going to give him a bit more health to work with, and maybe an Earth Elemental stun. Blue boy for the win. I know, dude. Used to be in Cataclysm, people would say, kill blue, collect points. Because you would collect easy CR just by attacking the blue class every single time, no matter what spec they were back in the day. Nowadays, the blue class is on the rise, man. Stun around the corner. Cordic got himself maybe a bit of damage around the corner with a Primordial. Lava Burst sent in. Buster was using Feigned Death, so that's going to be a full 90% DR, I think it still is. Knockback. Does go for the Harpoon. Will not get rooted. Fury of the Eagle. That's a lot of damage. I don't know if Cordic can live this. That's way too much. That kill shot is too much. That's just way too much. Get a +1. All good, all good. Yo, that was so good. Oh, the Elemental Shaman, man. I thought it was just going to be a 1 100% a map towards Rogue's favor, but no. He was able to hold it. I appreciate that kind of a play. That was well done. I don't know what happened there at the very end. Like, the Rogue got knocked, right? And then he kind of stood still. Maybe he's like spamming his abilities, but he's not expected to get knocked back. This is why you need to have Shadow Step in a comfortable keybind so you can always step back to the enemy as soon as you get knocked back. If you ever get hit in that kind of a scenario, you got to be able to reposition as soon as possible. But he did such a good job. Let's get us another one going, boys. Look at this group listed. We got spots right now, and we got whispers in my DMs of dudes that are interested in joining. Got a spot right now. Got a spot right now. Didn't know the Shadow Step was on Steam. Oh, was it? Okay. We'll get Hyalda's in here, and then we got Joe Walsh. Hockey? Oh, wait, just swapped one over. How many do we have with that? Or is that gonna be fifth? Invite. Yo, Hockey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this real quickly. I'm gonna get I'm gonna grab Joe Walsh here, but I'll get you in right after. How did that sound? Right, because he's been waiting for a good bit. And wait, what was the hell was that? I just had this like void around me. Because he's been waiting for a bit. I'm gonna just get him in real quickly. Right? And then we'll get you in as soon as the spot opens on either team. Oh wait, now I gotta find somebody to add on real ID. Oh, Sappy popped off. Wait, Sappy says I'm a switch hunt. You know what? Let's do this. Let's get Hockey's back in, just so I can have you added, and then we'll rotate Sappy. Sappy, if you're in chat right now, Hockey's sign up real quick. Actually, you're already here. We'll do this just because I'm gonna invite you, right? I'm gonna invite you, make a lead, right? And then if somebody pops out of the team, we'll get the hunter. We'll rotate Sappy back in, right? I just need to have somebody on real ID. I already have Hockey's. It's just let's just get a game going now. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it going. Let me know if ready. Let me know if ready. Or if Chicago needs a +1, Sappy can go into Chicago too. That could work out as well. I'm a future hunter. Man, he even whispered me too. Tell me, Sappy, you were in chat, man. Tell me you can hear me, man. Tell me you can hear me right now. Oh, man. Bring back Fairy Swarm. That still is an ability, isn't it? Fairy Swarm? I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure Fairy Swarm still is an ability. Yeah, Fairy Swarm is still an ability. Like in the current talent setup for Boomy, that's still a thing. I'm just going for like live version of the talents, and that's still a thing. Yeah. What I was talking about specifically, like, I was just wondering if at any point Boomkins had adapted Swarm, like the Necrolord Swarm ability. Because I know that was kind of like a popular-ish playstyle back in Shadowlands, or rather Ori really made it popular. Because he just had more consistent pressure that way. And I thought, oh, okay. And I wonder, like, wait, would Boomkins actually be really good with it? My mind just kind of went places, but basically I thought, like, oh, there's like some dot interaction kind of stuff in here. Right, when 3 dots are active, you do more damage. And then there's a dot from Wild Mushroom. And then there's dots from your Smolder. And I thought, oh, wouldn't that actually be a good playstyle? And I thought, wait, at some point, did they ever have Swarm or did they not have Swarm? Just because they actually have quite a bit of periodic damage. Not all of it counts. I guess I should have also shown you guys exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like they have, what, Waning Twilight. When you have 3 periodic effects, you do more damage. Or Wild Mushroom, which is a dot. Or Astral, which is a dot. That's kind of where my brain went. My brain goes places. It goes on a hike. Okay, invite. We can get the Hunter back in. Yo, Sappy, you're back in. You're back in, my guy. You're back in. I was going through my monologue. Were you bounced out? Okay, pass me lead. We'll get Sappy back in. Someone came up last second. All good, my guy. All good. No worries. No worry, bro. Cha cho. Yeah. Okay. Sappy, if you want to come in your Hunter, you're more than welcome to get a spot. Let me know which one of you is. Okay? Let me know which one you is. Glaved, what's your real ID, by the way? Is it Sappy? Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now everything is, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? I was gonna say now everything is good, or stable, or right. I guess everything is right in the world, because the guy did bounce out, not to leave, but just to switch over. And I was like, oh, I messed up. Let me do... We gotta do blades. At some point, we're gonna have to do blades. If we wait in 5 minutes, yeah, if we get spot, we'll most likely have open spots in 5 minutes from here, because that'll be at least like what, towards the end of a next game. We'll probably have like spots up. We usually get spots like opening up as we get the stream going, and as we like get more games in. The more games we get, the higher the chances are that we get additional space. Wait, okay, got it. Cool. I'm just saying, like, cool, cool, and you guys are like, what the hell is it? What's happening? Dal hasn't said like a normal sentence in like a good 30 seconds. I'm just looking at stuff, dude. Guild stuff usually. I'm just looking at those things. I'm like making mental notes out loud more than anything. You know what I mean? I'm gonna forget them. Let's be honest. Switch. Got ourselves hockey over on the Assassination Rogue versus Chicago. Okay. Last time the two fought, Hawkins was in a Boomkin. Actually, last week, when Hawkins was in a Rogue and Chicago was in a Shaman, there's just nothing you can do. Big Kingsbane, Chicago needs everything to survive here. Do you have enough survivability right now? You may need wall, you may need everything. Just try to see if you can live through the healing. Oh, the amount of damage an Assassination Rogue can pull off in a single setup is a lot. It's a lot. Lexup is going to be heavily DR'd from the lasso, but HW, I guess I'm going to call him who, trying to see if he can get himself spin? No, wait. Oh, Shadow Step? Hawkins trying to see if he can avoid him? I think Hawkins might be in trouble. He doesn't have a vanish anymore, unless he got sprint or something. Oh, Cloak? Just to run out of it, he's waiting until dance is available. That's actually going to be up very, very soon. Who does not have a trinket anymore? So this could be really, really tough for him. I like your hat, by the way. That bear hat looks great. Hawkins does get hit with an incap. Wait, Hawkins, do you never use Deathmark onto Chicago? Oh my god, the amount of damage a monk can do is just kind of nuts. Does go for the big go. He's still not dying. He's taking the damage quite a bit, in fact, but he's not dying. Not yet, at least. Oh my god, did you never use the Deathmark on Chicago that time? When you in the opener, was that just dance with Kingsbane and Sepsis? That was wild. I was gonna say for a second, what? Cordic does get hit with a leg sweep, knocking who right out in the open. This guy's going for a bit of a self-heal. Does get interrupted though, and Cordic is on his tail. Does go in for a quick karma. Cordic able to rid the guy out in the open. Unless this man can get a lot of healing right now. Cordic, I think, does have an advantage over the Monkus, as the guy goes in for a port, but kind of out in the open next to Cordic, eating meatballs back to back though, which is unfortunate. Got himself a port, but unless he can escape Cordic right now, he might be in a real tough spot. That is going to be a quick freeze route off of that Earth Shock Frost Shock combo. Does get himself a roll, position himself in the upper top side of the bridge, looking to knock Cordic back. Does get it lined up pretty well. Does Ring of Peace, man. If you can get yourself a good lineup, a good angle on Ring of Peace, you're going to be in a great spot. Big old roll, trying to see if he can avoid him with a lasso, catching him, wrangling up this monk really quickly. Cordic just needs something extra here. Lava Burst sent him, does drop down a totem. That's going to be knocked back as who got himself Zuen back up and everything available. Does not have much in terms of defenses. Oh, it does get crushed with an Earth Shock, burying the guy down into the ground. Well done by Cordic. My goodness, this is going to be up next. This is going to be Perfected the Outlaw Rogue. In fact, I was about to say, you know what? Actually, this is what your opener should look like as Outlaw. You should definitely have Blade Flurry going at some point too. Blade Flurry, Drone Rush while in stealth, Should you just vanish or just shadow meld? Shadow meld, that's huge. Because you got a drone rush for so long. I could hear those between the eyes resets there, dude. I can literally hear him wall up right now for Cordic. He's gonna have to find a way to knock this rogue around. This is a very mobile spec of rogue. Outlaw with the grapple hook, shadow step, and everything, as well as sprint and cooldown reduction on all those defensive abilities, except for shadow step. But grapple and sprint for sure. That is a lot of mobility. Try to run away from this rogue spec. It's going to be difficult. Looking to separate the two. Got him trapped up in his totem for a second. Got himself a cloak of shadows. There goes the cloak. Gordic maybe can go for a burrow. I don't know if he has burrow available or not. That's a burrow. That's a burrow. Perfected just trying to see if he can stay away from him for just a second. That's going to be a blind right after. But into a trinket. Gouge to follow. Does he have a condition shot? Hold on a second. Wait, knock. Does he have a way to reconnect? Sprint. That might not be enough. Root. Give Gordic a breather. Give Gordic an opportunity just to give himself just a big old breath of fresh air. Oh my goodness, as Cordic is at least able to avoid the rogue. Does hit him with a flame shock. Stun around the corner. Maybe can go for a lava burst around the pillar. Oh, does go for the lava burst. Get himself the procs that he needs. Perfected. Got himself calm points built up from the earthy elemental. But that thing got quite a bit of health on it, especially as a primal elemental. He got himself earthquake just to maybe knock the guy down into the floor. At least going to keep him out in the open. Lava burst is sent in. Earth shock to follow him. Lava burst right after. Getting a shot. Knocking it back for a second. Perfected. Looking to bounce out of there as soon as he can. He got himself dance. That was a kidney shot. Looking for a restealth. I don't know if he'll be able to get himself a good one going. Static totem, try to see if he can maybe trap the rogue again, but no, he does get to avoid him entirely. For Cordic, he does have eyes on either side. Could pick one up if he wanted to. I don't think he's gonna go for it, but he's actually fighting himself scarily close to the rogue on the far side of the bridge. As he got himself that cheap shot opener, back-to-back ambushes, full adrenaline rush rolling in, got himself the procs he needs with a dance to continue the combo going. As he got himself Earth Shocks back-to-back Lightning Lasso, no way out for the rogue. Cordic, if he could just trap him in place, he'll be golden. Lava burst is sent in. He got himself big between the eyes. Perfect knock for the shaman, which is huge for him. Got himself even more lava burst sent in. He just needs to finish him really, really quickly. Does he get to? Leaping right in. Blind in his face. It's literally throwing dirt into the man's face as he is midair. Gouge right after. Does he have a stun to follow? Shadow Meld is available, but Flame Shock is going to get him out in the open. Root around the corner. Lava burst may just do it. The big old ogre is very excited. He's like, yes, end this. End them right now. Static Totem. Earth Shock. Cloak of Shadows last second. He just needs something extra. He just needs one more good hit. He just needs one more big hit. Maybe the totem will catch you. Does root him in place. Hold on a second. Get a shot, but he doesn't go anywhere. Trinket to follow. Gouge right after. The rogue looking for an escape. Trying to see if he can bounce out of that. Cordic, does he have the mobility he needs? He needs that totem right now. Does get the totem around the corner. Lasso, I think it's over. Trinket is available last second. Lava burst is all he needs. Cheap shot, but it's super yard. Just trying to see if he can take him down. Oh, it does take him. I don't know what happened with that cheat death, by the way. Oh, and Cordic doesn't get any opportunity for an honor duel. Tyr was not going to give him that chance whatsoever. Oh man, that was so good. And that's going to be Thels up next. Got himself full harpoon onto Tyr with a, was that sack? Master Skull or sack, one of those two just got used. That is a blind. That is a full blind, right? 5-second blind? That is a full blind. Trying to see, are you trying to juke him? You're trying to juke him, but he's got full cooldowns right now. Hold on a second. Wait, what kind of cooldowns do you have? Is that coordinated? Or is that the other one? Oh, God. I was just trying to look at your cooldowns. I didn't look at your health bar at all. Jesus. You blink, you missed it. Police, I think it's going to be... No. Bernison? Is he up next? I like this wild man look going on, by the way. That looks fantastic. He got his fiery horse, fiery weapons. This guy's an absolute berserker out here. Love it. My goodness. I seriously was just trying to look for the cooldowns, man. I was trying to think of, like, what is it, Spearhead, I think it was. I just can't deny. Yeah, it's rough for sure. Burn, trying to see if he can give some burn to Tyr. Does actually end up dragon kicking right next to him, putting him out in the open. So when leaping in right after the rogue, he does catch him, but it's going to be an evasion for the rogue. Burn, trying to see if he can stay with the guy with those jabs. He got himself karma in case he needs to. Does not have a human racial anymore, so he's got to be very careful with these set of defenses. If he's not careful here, that's going to be kidney shot out of the rogue, and Burn is going to go down. He may need to pre-karma this if at all possible. Unless leg sweep? Oh no, unless he dies here. Yeah, that's a rough one. Monks don't have a lot of survivability. They have good cooldowns, but not a lot of survivability outside of those, though. They do die in a stun, very similar to rogues. And even then, cheat death with a rogue, yeah, it's... unless cheat death just doesn't work for some reason, because sometimes it just doesn't do anything. Oh, that's sap, though. That's sap, though. Sapping it and tapping it. This is where police needs to go for the most amount of damage. Tear immediately with the Cloak of Shadows to shed the death pact or death mark on him. That still could be a lot of poison damage out of the police to follow up after, especially if you separate some of the other stuff. That's still a lot of damage on a Tear, though. Hold on, police. Oh, that is a lot of damage at the end. Tear got 4. Wild. That was very, very wild. My goodness. Can you get rid of Touch of Karma? Yes, you can with the Cloak of Shadows. You can. If you're talented into it. You gotta be running that Veil of Midnight PvP talent. I think it's Veil of Midnight. I could be wrong though. But yeah, let's get another one going, boys. Hockeys as well as Chicago. Let me know if you guys need more bodies, and we'll get you guys more people, more beings, more humanoids. Hopefully, maybe some cats in your groups. You never know. Almost at that 600 though. 600. That Whirlwind Axe damage? Is that what Super Strike's doing? Is that what it is? I thought Whirlwind Axe was like its own ability. Let me know if you need more. Let me know if you need more. 275k Kingsbane. That is nutty. That's like a fifth of your health. A little bit more than a fifth of your health. Doubt the reason I left BRB was because Tear wasn't on the 2 JK. Yeah. Tear's got fatty secret techniques, man. I've been seeing more rogues transition out of secret, or at least using secret, but mostly just to fuel their eviscerates. But he's like still loading up big secrets, man. He's got all the secrets in the world. The biggest secrets ever. He's a secret keeper. Door Shaman changes change that match lots. Yeah, for sure. Stoneskin. What's a Fireblood? Yeah, I think Stoneskin is... I think Fireblood is cooler because of the resources it gives you, the agility, intellect, strength. But Dwarf is probably better just because if you could be using it defensively, I think it depends on the situation, right? I think for PvE, the normal Dwarf facial with that crit damage, passive crit damage, and the defensive is probably a little bit better nowadays. I would think that the Dark Iron one would be even better just because it's raw damage, but yeah, it's just a weird one, man. Single target is insane. It is really good though. It is really good. Throw Ravager down. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the... So when you say Whirlwind Axe, the first weapon that comes to my mind is the spinny weapon in Scarlet Monastery. So that's just me though. I gotta sneeze so bad. Okay, I'm okay. I try to sneeze and just nothing comes out. The tigers, I guess. Gotta start using it. Get rid of the Death from Above Gorma's Bite combo. Yeah, Death from Above is really fun, but it's like mostly good for CC immunity. It's not really great for like overall damage increases though. Our master, yeah. Yeah, Gorma's Bite is pretty cool too, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really see people use that as much anymore. Scarlet Monastery, yeah, exactly. Our master, yeah, that's the guy. That is the guy. Yeah, I don't know my weapons super well, especially when it comes to classic specifically. I just remember leveling as a paladin, right? And I was just auto attacking the world, throwing down consecration, throwing a judgment here and there when like Wrath of the Lich King first launched, and I was trying to make a character in like a fresh realm because I thought maybe I'll actually play Wrath, but I'd rather play in a fresh realm, just some like not behind everybody, you know. So I decided to level a Blood of Paladin, and I was leveling the character for a while, and I was actually like, kind of having fun with it, but it was getting annoying just like auto attacking things. But when I got like used to that, I was like, okay, I just level slow, and then it became normal for me. right? And then I ran Scarlet Monastery with a random group, right? And I got the axe. Oh, it was a game changer. Like having another ability that does damage besides auto attacks and consecrate and a judgment here and there. Oh, just think of that pufferfish meme with the carrots. That's me, man. I was excited. I was so hyped for that. Twitch. Got ourselves Chicago over for the team. One immediately up versus Burn. As the guys just out here on the approach. Immediate in cap on Chicago. Does he roll past? Am I the only one that's seeing him like way overroll, or is that something you guys are seeing too? Because it looks like he's just like overshooting it, but it's like then he's fine, and then it's actually next to Chicago. Am I the only one who sees that? Trying to see if he can leap in onto Burn right now. I think it just might be me though. Because if you're down on Chicago with Alexi to follow, might be trinket, quite a bit of damage, but doesn't have the cooldowns behind him to back him up. Still, Chicago just does get put into quite a painful position with the karma to follow. Are you gonna just try to see if you can fight it? Try to go for a bit of the root, waiting out the karma, cooking something up. Got him some maelstrom generating from that raptor. Maybe still had himself a decent go. That was a dragon kick. That was definitely a long one. Chicago. You just spin on this man. Just spin on him with a 360 as he got himself sunders. That's going to be quite a bit of damage on the monkey either way. But Chicago with a heart stopper taking him out. With the police going to be up next. Man's out here rushing out towards Chicago. Chicago get hit with the sap. Cannot even sit down to get himself a bit of mana. No. As a cheap shot comes out, police got himself full dots in. Is he going for a proper go? Sepsis with a lasso, trinket right after, trying to see if he can commit. Is this where you just press cloak? Get a shot on Chicago. Dance is available, trying to get himself the biggest setup. Is that a Kingsbane too? That might have been a Kingsbane. It looks like he's gonna go for a death mark and everything. Everything is loaded up on Chicago, and they're just trying to fight through this as best as they can. Wall immediately may just have to go for a guardian. Police with a cloak of shadows wants to get back in, but looks like maybe someone broke you out a little early. Bloodlust out for Chicago. Police does not have an out. He's got to stay in. Evasion is gonna give him a little bit of opportunity to dodge some of the attacks of Chicago. Does get hit with a knockback. All these raptors surrounding the rogue, as Chicago actually switching up the strategy. You're not playing the Ellie wolves, you're playing the physical wolves. So every one of your melees, Wind Furies, and Storm Strikes actually is going to do quite a bit of damage when you have the normal wolves. Plus you have the elemental wolf on top of it. Wait, we're playing Ascendance. I just put the two and two together. That actually might give you like a big fatty go to that big burst of damage. That could be huge. Getting the shot on Chicago. Got himself another sepsis. Just locking down Chicago. But I don't know what you can really do in this kind of situation. Light the lasso. Taking it down. It just walks up and just taps you right in the face. Oh my goodness. Sitting down for mana as soon as possible. Needs all the healing in the world. Maybe looking at that guardian and potentially a trinket if else goes in for a proper sun here. As Chicago backing up out of there. Using all that mana. Big ascendance. Trying to keep the pressure going. Does get it blasted. Got himself a defensive. Got himself a scatter on top of it. That's going to be stunned. Chicago with a trinket to follow. Big death shark does split some of its time between the pet as well as Chicago. As big Zappler blast comes out. Thell's got himself a full Fury of the Eagle, but their health is just dropping down like a rock. In Chicago with a wall. Just needs one big go. There goes a pretty good freezing trap, actually. I love it when a hunter is just able to toss it right on top of where the enemy is right there. With the lasso, breaks it somehow. Or maybe it's just super yard. And Chicago is able just to keep the pressure going just a little bit longer to take down the hunter. Who's up next? Is it going to be Hockey's potentially? Is it going to be Kordic? Are they sending the Shaman? He looks like he's looking at Hockey's, maybe waiting for his go. Possibly. Wait, I just looking at the mask. You see the mask? You can actually see eyeballs behind it. I thought for some reason that it was just like a texture that you can't see through, but you actually can. Very barely, but you can see him. Is it Udex or is it Kordic Dex? Looks like it may be Hockey's. Chicago last time, and I think every time you go up against Hockey's, something about the way that this Assassination Rogue plays it, it just has a one banger vibe behind it every single time. And last time I'm pretty sure Hockey's didn't even like deathmark Chicago, and that was just still a one shot either way. This time around, Chicago, no trinket, no wall, no nothing. Seps is fully rolling right through you. Hockey's with full dance. Deathmark and everything is up. Chicago just melting while they're already underground. He's literally buried himself for Hockey's. He's like, you know what? You don't have to dig 6 feet under. I'm gonna do it myself. There's just nothing you can do. There's just nothing you can do. Is it Vengecraft next? Looks like it's Vengecraft charging out of Hockey's. Hockey's has himself a blind sap as well. That's gonna be tricking out of Venge. Hold on. Oh. Hawkins at some point is gonna have to go for some stuns onto Avenge just to get some pressure on the guy. He got full dots. He needs to run away with a shiv and just bail out of there, I think. Shadow Step and trying to get around him. Stunned right after. Does not have a trinket anymore. Evasion is available. Maybe blind. Oh no, Hawkins. He's just gotta wait 15 seconds on a Shadow Dance. I don't know if he can wait that long. He's just melting. Cloak or Shadows. I don't know if you just blind and run away and catch a re-stealth against a Demon Hunter. I don't know how you do it. Maybe this way you just get a sap. Oh, sap. Wait. Oh, he's got Immolation Aura. You might just die to Immolation Aura. I'm not even kidding you. He got Dance. He's trying to see if he can make it happen. Hold on a second. Big Blade Dance. Oh. Nothing you could do. Nothing you could do there, chat. Cordic is the last one left. He's got to find a way to fight through this team agility over here. He's got Venge. He's got Buff Survival. He's got Tier. He's got Perfected. He's got all these homies he's got to fight through. And he's trying to give Vengecraft as much of an honor. Oh, look at that. What Vengecraft can do actually is he can steal souls from Cordic. Or even if Buff Survival wants to go over there and maybe like Mending Bandage the guy, that's another opportunity. No. Venge trying to just give Cordic as much of a go here before Dampening gets super high. That's going to be SATA Totem, but he's trapped there with a Demon Hunter trying to yoink him. Did not quite work out. Venge, full Metamorphosis at the ready. He's just trying to see if he can leech his health back. That's going to be immunity out for Venge as he sees Cordic go underground. The man's got himself Wall as well as Guardian. Able to zip right over to Cordic. Oh my god. Oh, both of them are super low. Hold on, Eamon's game right now. Cordic. Oh, Venge. Oh my god, the amount of damage they do. Jesus. Demon Hunters, man. Demon Hunters. Am I right? Chicago with 3, by the way. Well done. Benji got 2. Hell yeah. Nice. I like that. I like that. I also like how Ben just went in without having to get like a full heal. He's like, you know what? I could fight a shaman. I can do pretty well. I can do okay. Let's get another one going. Let me save these two. Chicago, let me know when you're ready. Hockey is saying you're ready right now, but if you guys need more bodies, let me know. I could join in and help you get groups up and running. I can get you extra. Hey, so I'm new here. I recently got the add-on. Is there a way to get the 1v1s go on, but like 1 player per team? Like for 5v5 1v1 duels? No, the only way to technically like set up a proper 1v1 where just 1 player per team is to queue for like a 2v2, right? Because you can queue for 2v2, 3v3, 5v5, whatever number you want to do. But for 1v1s, that doesn't work as well. So the only way to create a proper 1v1 in an arena is to queue as a 2v2, right? And then whoever is your twos partner leaves. So it's just you two. We got a +1 spot. If you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. We got a spot. Hold up. We got a spot. TY for joining, bud. There we go. All right, so let me see if I can list this. This is Phoenix. Arizona? Phoenix, Arizona? That our post was supposed to be a joke or blew up, but a lot of people took it seriously, calling me on all paladins crybabies. Wait, what? Really? Hydra? We got you. Hold on. Apparently Atham made a Reddit post on paladins as a joke post, and people took it as people are. Oh, we did blow up. Look at that. All right, I want to take a look at it. We gotta do React content here really quickly on Reddit. This is Atho. Humor meme. Yeah, haha, not jealous, mom. Could we have Death Charger? No, there's Death Charger at home. At home, Divine Seed. I like it. Who's calling you crybaby? Wow, Deathlight's actually getting something cool and useful ability. Impressive. Lol. I played Frost DK. Practically give up on anything useful. Same custom movement, you know. Yeah, that makes sense. Paladin main for one DK are getting low over the needs since Legion the whole blizz with ambush. Who opens like this? I'm a Pally main. I don't think you are. I'm a Paladin main, and I think it's good that Death Knights are getting love since Legion. When is the last time Death Knights got love? Was it Legion? Were Death Knights really all that different in Legion? I know Blood DK was a lot better. Like, I liked some of the group stuff they could do with it. Frost, like, artifact weapons were pretty passive, weren't they? Unholy. I mean, I guess Apocalypse is cool. DK such movement handicaps. Leonard Death Horse. Palas are already utility loaded. Brother. I mean, mobility? I mean, isn't Death Charge like a blessing of freedom combined with the Divine Steed? Where's the problem? I think that's kind of, sort of. But like, Paladins have always been like, man, my mobility. Because like, Paladins have had like moments of good mobility. Death Knights historically, I don't think have never had good mobility. So I guess there's that. Paladin, as a casual DK player, I would trade myself just to have extended melee range. Like Pally, Rogue, Druid have. I think a lot of melee would. Pallies do have a bit of range, don't they? You never really notice it though. At least I don't. You guys said absolutely nothing. I wanted to leave us alone. Oh my god, yeah, I see it, man. Someone do this IBF and bubble. Someone do this IBF and bubble. Bro. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. Such crybabies? Oh, totally. Wow. You know what you're moaning about, Divine Steed? He literally just made a humor. He literally just made humor. And it's like, haha, I'm not jealous. It's obviously a joke. Look, movement speed increased by 100%. Same thing here. You cannot be slowed. You're immune to forced movement effects and knockbacks. And like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are maybe taking it too seriously. I think everybody's taking it seriously. I think it's like that same crowd that's like, I don't know, another day, another Paladin cry post. No, it's not. It's like, I know Atho. No other class scopes harder than Paladins on a weekly basis. It makes me wonder, like, okay, what class do you play? You know what I mean? What class do you play? You know? Want to be a nightmare, play a Death Knight class? Man, Paladins need to be bullied more. Wow. Man. I'm glad you got a lot of upvotes, man. A bunch of updudes and whatnot, but damn. Damn. The Pally hate is real. I never really realized just how real it is, man. Don't let him bring you down. Honestly. That's wild. And make Hake's lead again, and we'll be good to go. We're ready? Cool. That's wild, Atho. Привет, дорожно стима, здорово, Kama Tozi, how do you, my man? People like that take bad out of everything. I think it's just like, yo, we got a new expansion. We got 10.6, which people are like, I think it's okay. I think WoW community recently has been in a bit of a mood, right? And it's like the mood is like, okay, let's crap on something. But you kind of want to crap on like anything you can, sort of, kind of. I guess I'm a crybaby. Yeah, exactly. But like, look, hero talents are out, right? We haven't got to play the alpha or anything. And you got like, what is it? Belialar did the post thing, and then Asmongold reacted to that, them talking about hero talents and stuff. And then they had like War Within is Dead, right? I mean, the title was there to draw a crowd, right? To draw a crowd with a very particular mood. Even though the video was a lot more reasonable than the title, it was there definitely to draw the crowd, right? Because you want to make the content to some degree, I guess you can make some nice content that like acknowledges how people feel or how people want to feel. I don't know if that makes any sense here, but like, if people are in that mood, you just be like, next expansion sucks mood. Like, you'll look for stuff that can validate that in a way, right? Or that reinforce it, like, yeah, here's a post that says what I feel or I want to feel is correct, kind of deal. You know what I mean? And I feel like that happens with every single expansion. It's just like part of the WoW community. It's just like Tuesday afternoon. It's pretty regular at this point, right? Yeah, ready? Yeah. And I think maybe it's like, maybe it's just the community is still in that mood. So even if Atho is like, haha, it's similar, but like actually better, Divine Charge at home kind of deal, and it's humor, it's funny, right? It's like, oh, okay, you can copy my homework, okay, but just change a couple of things. And it's basically same ability, just better version of it. You know what I mean? Depends on the person you are. Yeah, I guess so. But like, I don't know. There's a lot of WoW content creators out there that like do videos and do content. And like, there's a couple of guys that were like in a couple of streams, I think it was Hero is the first one that said it. He basically said, oh yeah, if you play WoW, don't go to the WoW Reddit. Everybody that's on WoW Reddit, or majority of people that make posts on WoW Reddit, don't even play WoW. A lot of them haven't played WoW in forever. A lot of them like hate WoW, and they just hang out there just because there's nothing else going on. So he's like, yeah, if you actually want to be like part of WoW communities and stuff, don't go to WoW Reddit. And there's more than one person that's other content creators said exactly the same thing, but he was the first one I think that said it on like a live stream a while ago, whatever. But it's like, it's a thing you hear from time to time, pretty regularly. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, take it in context. Just, I don't know. I feel like I made a funny post and people are getting like really upset for it. I get it. I get it. I agree. Deaths haven't had anything cool, but I don't know, man. It's just one guy made a post. Gotta take all pounds of crybabies. I think you're just gotta step back, take a deep breath. You know what I mean? But yeah, a place where people get their feelings and opinions validated. Yeah, it's look, it's Reddit as a website. It's like, it's fantastic. You got a lot, Molly. There's a lot of, like, every time I have a PC problem, you go to Reddit. There's usually somebody that has like the answer for you, right? Or like, if you want to get some like feels good community related posts, right? If you're a fan of a thing, right? And if the Reddit there is generally filled with people that are fans of a thing, that's usually we can get a lot of good stuff out of it. But then there's some Reddits that are like, at some point they were filled with fans, but at some point they maybe can be filled with like disillusioned fans or people that are critical of a thing. And I think you should be critical of everything you of like all media. I think it's part of like nerdy culture in general. Like people always like pick apart and analyze things all the time. Like it's part of the fun, right? You go watch a show, you go play a game or whatever, you talk with your friends about it, you tell each other what stuff you liked, what stuff you didn't or whatever, right? But yeah, but the Reddit thing, the upvote downvote system, basically people always said like it creates an echo chamber pretty easily, and like there's a reason why they say it, because it's pretty sure it's true. That being said, like I don't hang out on Reddit on regular. I cannot imagine the kind of person I'd be if I did hang out on Reddit regular. God forbid if I would have like a very pessimistic outlook on life afterwards. So like, you know what I mean? I visit Twitter once in a while. It's bad enough over there as is. You know what I mean? Does it Blake to me? Yeah, a lot of people feel that way too. Like a lot of normal people that like, you know, hang out, play games, do whatever, right? They don't hang out and spend like hours on Reddit. You know what I mean? It just, I mean, some people do, but you know, I guess spending hours on Reddit looking at stuff and just consuming content is one thing compared to like actively conversing, talking with everybody else, leaving comments on every single post kind of deal, right? I think there's a bit of a difference too, right? I think a lot of people go into the, I just kind of hang out and enjoy stuff. But yeah, it's just wild. It's just, he just made a joke, man. I just get a drag for it. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. And all I can say is, I think the WoW community is in a mood. And that's okay. Let them express, I guess. So Twitch, gotta enjoy games. Exactly. Perfected, gotta be first up versus, what's his name? Heil Dax, right? Been and blasted immediately by the Outlaw Rogue. Got himself a defensive instantly, as it's going to be a spear down with a bit of a strong bolt right after. As Heil back it up out of there for a second. Heil Dax? Should I just call you Dax? I think I'll call you Dax. I think it's a little bit easier because I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with the H-Y-E-L. Really. You know what I mean? He just doesn't roll off the trunk super well. Got a full kidney shot. That is an Outlaw Rogue. He's trying to see if he can whittle you down little by little. Got himself a stun. There's going to be a dance and everything available there right now, but the cooldowns are down. You still get consistent damage that you're taking back to back though. Is that invasion? Wait, does it track evasion now? Hold on, does it track evasion perfectly now? Hold on a second, it tracks evasion. Oh, that's so weird. Normally you don't get to see evasion from the Outlaw, but that's going to be a quick ambush around the corner. Got himself just a quick old jab from around the pillar with Hawkins, trying to see if he can suss out the Rogue. doesn't find him whatsoever. Got himself to roll the bones though. Adrenaline rush coming back up very, very soon. Hockey's out in the open, just fanning the flames right now, trying to see if you can find the guy as perfected, skulking around. I'd like your swords and dagger, by the way. The dagger in particular looks really, really good. Isn't there a sword that looks just like that dagger too? Isn't that, I mean, I know that sword you got going on is also pretty cool too, but isn't there a sword that looks just like the dagger as well? Sap out of Hockey's at least perfected, get himself a proper opener here. Trinket out of Hockey's, try to see if he can maybe turn this around, disarm it to perfect it for a second. Hockey's gonna help with the disarm. If perfected can just keep the pressure rolling right now, he might be perfectly okay. He needs that evasion as soon as possible though. He also needs to find a way to avoid the kidney shot. If he got one with a full evasion right now and just keep the pressure rolling, you actually might be okay. Dance available, cheap shot to follow, gouge for a second. Needs an evasion right now. Hockey's actually just getting torn apart. Cloaker shot is to follow, evasion up for perfected unless Hockey's got a shadow step with a kidney shot. I don't think he's going to be able to get himself a proper opener. Stun to perfected, immediately trinket, vanish. He's dotted, he's rotted. Hold on, Hockey's can still take it. Cheap shot, super DR, blind. Do you get a sap? If Hockey's gets a sap and he has enough calm points, no, he doesn't have enough calm points, not even sap. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Did you try to kidney shot him? He's so DR'd. Disarm for disarm, hold on. And next stun wins the game, I think. Kidney shot. Does Hockey save enough? Full dance, full everything, full burst on a perfected. He got a cloak very, very soon. Triple cheap shot on the guy. He needs a cloak right now. Got himself a cloak last second. Hockey's. He's still got a bit of damage on to perfected, but the ambushes are just punctured right through him. And does get himself a run through. Ignoring the cheat death entirely, man. That is wild. That is crazy. Who's up next is going to be, wait, I was going to look at the wrong team. It is Cordic, trying to give him a bit of that honorable duel. I love it. Wait, is he okay? Oh. Is it trying to let Chicago heal you? I think Cordic just wanted to walk up and give him a bow. Is he realizing Chicago's healing him? Is he okay with it? It looks like he's okay with it. Otherwise, he would have said something. Yeah, perfectly okay with it. All right, cool. As long as Cordic is okay with it, I'm perfectly fine with that too, man. That evasion and cloak and dodge, yeah, the dodge and cloak is still like something the community is getting used to, man. It's a lot to get used to. The fact that it gives you that melee immunity, essentially. As long as you're facing the target, it gives you melee immunity. As Cordic trying to go for a bit of a heal after that ambush wombo combo, the man is already feeling the pressure pretty early on too. Into an interrupt by perfected, trying to see if he can get himself another setup. Lasso onto the rogue as he got himself the fire elemental also joining in. What was that? He was like walked in back into the totem? Is that what happened? G, my man, how you doing, my guy? Yo, can we get an hashtag G, bud? Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate ya. Becoming a member 21 months, G, my guy. Cheap shot onto Cordic. Might need a defensive as I'm trying to get a hashtag G going in here, man. Yo, G, my man, thank you so much, my boy. Gonna be a blind out of perfected. Gouge to follow. Does he have a kidney shot? Wait, you gotta position yourself correctly. Hold on. Position yourself appropriately here. You could get knocked pretty far. That's going to be Cordic slamming you with Earth Shocks. That's going to be that knockback. He's sliding against the boxes. Does actually create some space for a little bit here. Last to follow. Trinket right after. It's going to be Cloaker Shot is available. Cordic backing up out of there as soon as possible. He's got himself wall. Grapple over for Perfected, looking to escape this. Is he still dotted? Earth Elemental. Look at that thing. It's skulking over. Look at it. He's just chugging along. Oh no. Oh, try to go for a kick? I don't know if he landed it. It looked like he was trying to go for a kick. I swear the animation played. I swear I saw the animation play. He bounced right back in there. Hold on. He got himself vanished very, very soon. Dance is available. A little bit of healing from Dance. Cheap shot. Stun for a second. Hold on. Vanish is still up. Earth Shock. Lava Burst. Vanish. Still got cheat. Burrow. Does he just die? Trying to sprint out of there. Is that going to be enough though? Earth Elemental catching it. Gouge for a second. I don't know if you have a stun. You got yourself a bit of a heal. Lava Burst sent in. Another Lava Burst. Cheap kidney. Oh, it does end up burying him. Yo, give this man an honorable duel. Chicago's next? Yeah, you gotta give him the honorable duel. I see it. I see it. I see it. After Cordic gave the Rogue an honor duel, you have to give this man an honorable one, man. Honestly. Какие красивые усы у стримера. Здорово, Del. Del says, what beautiful whiskers the streamer has. Whiskers, I guess the best word. That'll work. As Chicago is going to be up next versus Cordic. Immediate root on the guy, and Cordic is going to be behind quite a bit in terms of overall cooldowns. It's going to be able to yeet Chicago out. Grounding Totem does end up disrupting a lot of his lava burst combos there. Still doing quite a bit of damage to Chicago. Either way though, he's got plenty of pressure. Does get hit with a lasso, trinket side of it. Lasso back into Chicago, trinket for both of them. Knocking Chicago back for a second. As long as he's got himself that wall of water creating down the middle. Ascendance is active. Root onto Chicago. Need himself a little bit more damage. Got himself plenty of instants. Looking for a bit of a heal. It's going to be Chicago with an ascendance of his own. Got him some full burst. Oh my, couple of wind strikes taking him out. Is it going to be Burn next? Wait, no, it's going to be Thels. Thels, what else? Got himself a Beast Mastery? Is that what it is? BM Hunter? Chicago just taking the momentum of that full-on ascendance onto Thels. Rune onto the pets as he's getting himself more and more beasts. Look at that. He's got himself a little zoo. Double Ox together with a, what is it, a cat? And Raptor? No, it's Chicago's Raptor. I was going to say, like, why is your Raptor next to you the entire time? No, it is not the Hunter pet there. That's a Shaman pet. Stun on Chicago, but Dels is not really in an angle to do anything with Chicago there. That is on Forge. Chicago just having to run around with the yaks. I like the double yak thing you got going on. I think they look fantastic. Got himself a Bloodlust. If you can close the gap, maybe we get some damage going versus Dels. Unless Dels got anything going on, what else could they really do? Burrow down for a second, knocking everything up in the air. That is a turtle shell right after. Dels kind of limited on their cooldowns at this point. Does get the freezing chop into Chicago, able to avoid the Raptor entirely, but I think it's gonna be over with Burnison as the last one left, giving Chicago a proper honorable duel. I love to see it, man. Love to see it. Giving him the chance, letting him mana up, letting him heal up a little bit here and there. Is Seer trying to duel him? Did you just like poke out to bow to the guy? Is that what you're trying to do? Trying to be like, yo, duel me instead. No duel Chicago, just do me. Do me. Root on to Burn. And Chicago back it up out of there very, very quickly. Wow, that's full Serenity and a Zuen out. Also human racial. So for Burn, that's a lot of his cooldowns. I don't even know what happened. It looked like he jabbed and then just kind of shot himself past him super, super far. Wild. Fist of Fury right after. Burn with a Sunder. Lexia with a Chicago. Trinkets with a Karma. That's going to be Burn actually trying to see if he can maybe stay in. Wall for Chicago looking to fight through the Karma. Burn may get an escape here. 47% dampening. Not really going to be a whole that pleasant for you. Trying to find himself a bit of cover. That's going to be a bit of healing here and there. Why is Seer standing next to you? Unless you're trying to give like a target for Burn to like chi wave off of. Then maybe you could get some healing out of it. Lasso, as Chicago does end up trapping a Burn really quickly here. Is it going to be enough though? Got himself a couple of lashes here and there. Big kick by Burn, knocked back by Chicago. This is going to be a Root right after. This is going to try to see if he can give himself a float here a little bit longer. 50% dampening is not going to feel good at all though. That is a rough one. Earthy Elemental as well. You're jumping around all over. Yeah, I keep thinking he's gonna just randomly attack you. Thunder for Chicago doesn't have taken it. Yeah, it's distracting for Rogue. Jumping around all over the place. Chicago does pick up 3 for his team, with Perfecta picking up 2 as Cordic get himself a big old blaster there as well. Well done, well done. Love the honor duels, man, out of these. Love seeing the honor duels out of these. Let's get us another going. How many? I want to keep going more, man. I like these a lot. The NA duels have been mostly quick. Which surprise. There's definitely I mean, I know that, but I'm seeing tier on screen. Someone say tier. What do you mean? Guess who's the most toxic person in the group? You can guess. You can guess. No, tier is definitely not a toxic boy. If he was toxic, he wouldn't be in these, right? That tier, you're a nice boy, right? I mean, to be fair, like he's just jumping around and he just wants to play, like. But he's also not attacking. Plus, the monk can't see the rogue either way, right? He's not hitting him. You're just bobbing and weaving. So, like, I wanna be fair. He doesn't disrupt duels, and like, at the end of the day, it's distracting for me. But that's really about it, right? Then again, I have a memory of a goldfish, so like, honestly, you could distract him with so much less until you're bobbing and weaving around. You know what I mean? I'm Griff, dude. Yeah, Griff on the EU, man. EU as a whole region is like, I don't want to play with Griff as in here, dude. It's so hard to convince him. It's so hard to convince him. Yeah, with the Griff, it's nutty. 60 gold from 12 shipments only, spend 10G. That's pretty good. That's actually really solid. Wait, well, that's a huge return. That's a massive ROI, man. Oh my god. What's we got? Joe Walsh? You ready to switch up to Pally? Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Sure thing. I can join whatever group you are in. Chicago, let me know if you're ready. Hockey says he's ready for Griff. Griff does get a lot of hate from a lot of the EU members, man. A ton of it. Hockey, yeah, he's swapping. He is swapping up real quick to Pally. I'll invite him. Wait, I can't. Can I invite Joe? Joe Walsh. Where are you? Merlin. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's the boy. Chicago. Let me know when you're ready, or if you got, or if you're trying to find more bodies. Let me know either way, fam. You want to switch to the other team? We could. Yeah, we could do that if you guys want to. We could. Invite. We gonna swap out tier for one of your guys. Mix up the teams. Yeah, we could do that. Thing is, people saying poor Griff never played against him. Thing is, people saying poor Griff never played with or against him. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you watch Griff play, right, you could put yourself in the shoes of like having to play against the way that he approaches duels, and it's like, it's a lot of resets. It's a lot of resets. It's a lot of resets. And I really want to not understate it. It's a lot of resets. And it's like, on one hand, I mean, if a rogue is winning, then he's playing it correctly. Yeah, like, doesn't matter what you have to do to win, right? So there's one crowd that's like, yeah, yeah, should be able to play how he wants or whatever, as long as he wins. That's what matters. But then there's like the entertainment value out of it, and that's kind of where I kind of err on the side of like, is it fun to watch? No. That I usually would try to like avoid it. Like, it's not even the fact that the rogue is resetting constantly. It's more like the duel feels super one-sided, as in like the rogue has so many tools to escape. There's very little ways for him to get punished in a 1v1 environment, and most other classes, unless they play in a very specific way and get a little bit lucky, you're not gonna have an easy time with them at all. But like, you have to play a very, very specific way, and only a handful of people can really play around that. But in most cases, right, take most players, most random class, like put it on the wheel and just spit it, right? Grab a random class, random player of that class. It's gonna look and feel pretty one-sided. And that's where like the entertainment value gets removed out of the duel, is when it feels like it's really just one class bullying the other. When it's a little more even, when it's a back and forth, when it feels like so close, that's exciting. That's exciting. And I feel like they're like having Griff duel certain players that are aware of his tricks and can like match that energy with something that like counters him. Like him and Talrion dueling each other matches that energy, right? Sub rogue, arms warrior, but the warrior knows what they're doing. Or if you have sub rogue versus Saya, and Saya is prepped for the rogue specifically, right? That can really match that energy, and it's really, really, really close. So it all depends on like the player, but also depends on like the playstyle and like how the player approaches it. And yeah, I think that's what it really comes down to. I think that probably displays that whole like the entertainment value a little bit better, right? because it's not about like having Rogue getting beaten up. That's not like that can be fun, but also not fun at the same time, depending on the situation. It's if a match feels even and it feels like could be either or. Alrighty, so one of you boys is gonna have to go to Team Chicago, and we'll pick up tier. So who wants to volunteer? Either we can have Dels or Cordic or somebody. I think Team Chicago is listed as well, right? Chicago, if you want to list yourself up really quick in LFG, then one of our guys can bounce and join your group and we'll pick up tier. That's how we'll do it. So we'll have Chicago list up really quickly just so we could swap tier for somebody. Anyone could volunteer. Yeah. I got you, no worries. Good luck, fellas. Alright, Cordic popping off so we can pick up tier. I can grab you now. You don't have to leave, Cordic. You can still keep playing. I can grab you now. Chicago, if you open up the group in LFG, I don't know if you have it up or not, but yeah, we can grab you and Cordic and switch in. Cool. Cool. Chicago, I don't know if you have it up in LFG or maybe you do for like the other, what is it, Sepulcher? It's open already? Yeah, we'll try to see if we can get you in. Invite. What's Chicago at? There we go. Chicago's got listed. Chicago is listed right now. So Cordic, if you want to join Chicago, they're listed over in the Raids Legacy Molten Core, just like where we were. There we go. Beautiful. 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 Alright. Cool. And I'm gonna make Hackers lead again. Cool. I'm alright with the switch up. We should be good. It's up now. Yeah. I don't know what arena I'm gonna throw you guys into. I think we've done them all, right? I've literally done all of them. Nagrand again. We double back to Nagrand. The most even map you can get. I saw people running Sepulcher Mythic for T-Mog, got confused. I mean, Sepulcher got some okay mogs. Like, after Shadowlands is no longer the current expansion, we have to do a different map then. We'll do Blackrook Hold. After Shadowlands is no longer the current expansion, like, people that haven't played Shadowlands are looking back and like, wow, these are actually kind of cool mogs. And like, Season 3 mogs are not bad. You know, it's when we got tier sets and they were class specific, right? Pally Mog was cool, Death Knight Mog was cool, Rogue was pretty solid, right? Like, the only ones that got, even Warriors gotten better. Remember how it was like, there was no visor? It was just like your face inside of like a little T, like Mandalorian looking helm. But then they gave it like a shadowed with eyeballs that glowed. Oh, that slapped. That slapped. Shaman set was cool too. Like, a lot of the sets were actually really cool. That's when they were like, all right, let's make class sets. And I'll take class sets any day. Any day. I think it's a lot better. Some are going to be winners. Like, Mage was a bad one. Mage didn't look that great. But like, that's like that with every tier. You know what I mean? Prison Nightmare DF season DK is the best season ever added. Yeah, it's pretty good. Old X-Pac mogs always sell pretty well. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Put them up on LFG. That can give you quite a bit of gold. You gotta get BOEs, but if you get lucky, why not? So Twitch. Got ourselves buff survival on a T1 ready to go. We got ourselves Cordic, Benchcraft. We got ourselves Zaz. I'm gonna call it Zaz. As well as Chicago versus Hockey is a bit of a rematch. These two have been rematching each other tonight. And every week, it feels like we do the 5v5 what do we do? Full dots are in Chicago with a wall. Mania to Guardian. Mania to everything to heal themselves to keep himself afloat here. Doug get hit with the disarm. It's gonna be Hockey's. Oh, that's just too much. That's a lot of damage. He's alive though. He's still living. Oh, massive damage turned around into Hockey's full cheat death. Oh, this Hockey's escaped this cheap shot. Oh, trying to knock him, but he's rooted. He can't go anywhere. Garrode for a second. Oh, Chicago needed a heal, but Hawk is able to ramp up those bleeds just enough with a double Garrode just to get that sudden demise proc with buff survival going to be up next. And man's out here in the open. No flare. Actually did send in flare. And Hawk is able to skulk away. Dude, there's just nothing a shaman could do against an assassination rogue. If they get yourself a perfect opener, oh, there's just nothing you can do. Deathmark, Sepsis, Kingsbane, Shadow Dance, everything is just deadliness altogether. Hawk is does have a dance going back up very, very soon. If he's careful, not running to a freezing trap, he might be able to get himself a proper go. Sepsis is in. Cheap shot. He got himself Kingsbane. Manic Bandage. That's going to remove the bleeds, but not the poisons. That's going to be stunner to hockeys. Has a trinket for this one. Fury of the Eagle. He doesn't have a defensive. Cheat death potentially. Does get cheat death already procced from Chicago, I think. Dead shock him. He's still alive somehow for a second. At least he was there for a second. Most of all does end up taking him. Man, dude, it is so rough. Yeah, dude, I thought Chicago had that too. Because Chicago had a perfect turnaround burst, but like, man, this assassin rogue damage in particular is just a lot, dude. It's a lot. Merlin gonna be up next, charging over towards Buff as Buff goes in for chimeric poison immediately. Stun right after, rushing past Merlin. This is gonna be a stun to stop in place for just a second. And Buff survival may be looking at a turtle shell here potentially. That's gonna be a lot of damage on Merlin. He is playing into full Crusader. There goes the bubble. He's gonna have to hide in a turtle shell for a second. Immunity for immunity. The trade is here as he got himself a bit of that mending bandage. Merlin needs a bit of healing as well. He's got himself plenty of damage. He's just been ramping up off of the bed. Buff does get him super low. Oh, my goodness, Buff survive. Buff serve is just doing work here. My goodness, Dels. Oh, you're right on top of him. Oh god. Oh, flare down. He catches you. You know where he's at. You have an idea. Oh, he does get you out in the open. Oh, okay, there goes a harpoon. He needs to find a way to get past all these pets. I don't know if Buff Survivor got any more cooldowns or anything. He can at least freeze and trap the main pet of Dels. If you could just somehow avoid him. He got that range though. Oh, I think it's over for Buff. Unless, oh no. That's so rough. With Zaz charging and immediately off of that stun that Buff Survival set up onto Dels. Immediate turtle shell, got himself a freezing trap. If you got yourself a reflect, just walk into it. He knows it's somewhere here. He does end up missing it just a little bit. Maybe Dels can double back towards the freezing trap, dropping down a full of basilisk. Maybe that thing will do a bit of damage, but Dels is just in that execute range. Zaz, as long as he can just take him out right then and right there. Stormbolt, yeah, he got it. He's got it. There's just absolutely no shot. He's blinking all over the place. It's so hard to track you. It is so difficult to track you. Who's up next is going to be Dax. Dax is up next. Fury Warrior leaping in. Stormbolt immediately onto Zaz. At least he's an orc. He's not going to sit that stun for too long either. As Dax charges back in, parry up immediately. There goes the fear. Does break out of berserkers. As the man is going to try to see, he breaks past the chain. Oh, look at that stretch. That's a stretch. I thought the chain would take him, or maybe like the chain never actually connected. It looked like it connected, didn't it? It looked like it connected. Reflect up for Zaz. I don't know if we can really reflect. Maybe you're trying to reflect whatever Shadow Flame enchants or embellishments on the other guy, potentially. That's probably what it is, man. That's probably what it is if you're running any of those. Because those things used to be very consistent, especially in Season 2. As Dax got himself reckless abandon, full damage at the ready. Zaz is taking executes back to back. He's got himself a defensive stance. Sharpened blade, gonna limit Dax's ability to heal. Big avatar. Oh, turn this around. Stormbolt, does he just take him? Hold on. Oh, he got himself just a bit of extra healing on the throw weapon. Are you kidding me? Looking for the execute. He got himself the damage. The Stormbolt. Dax is just trying to see if he can end it. Second stun right after. Blaze stun for Zaz. Is this enough? Dax just needs a bit more healing. Zaz needs heals as well. Execute for execute. He chops him down, and Tyr is not going to give that guy an out at all. Oh my god. Is it Cordic? No, Benchcraft. He should have also played, but I guess he's out. That or he DC'd, lagged out. Cordic is the last one left. We got 23% dampener. Does end up rooting out Tyr though. Knocking it back, but it's going to be a full Cloak of Shadows out of the Rogue. Shadow Blade, Secret Technique, Cordic is taking huge hits back to back. He may be looking at big defenses here. He got to find a way to root the Rogue out. He's going to knock him. Got himself maybe a bit of damage. A bit of healing. Guardian's active. Could go for a wall here. Lightning Lasso. Tyr trinkets. Cordic got himself a wall and everything. Tyr does not let him go anywhere whatsoever. Just Shadow Step into him. And Cordic needs a heal. Or Earth Shocks, Frost Shocks. He needs one of those two. Shadow Melt, try to see if he can Shadow Step him. Does not get to Shadow Strike. He doesn't get to move with the Shadow Strike. Gouge though. Kidney Shot, knocking him back. Does end up stepping back over. I think it's over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. That is so rough. My goodness. Venge never got a chance to play. I don't know what happened. Missing that guy. Let's get us something going. My god. Oh, man. I'm really unimpressed with the DK hero talents, to be honest. Lore, which ones are we talking about? Which hero talent specifically? They got two. They got the death. They got the Rider, the Apocalypse, and then death something. I forget what. Hey. BC is inviting me to a group. Who's BC? Who's BC? I'm gonna hit decline. I don't know who that is. Who'd that be? 601, 602, 603. To be honest, both of them are pretty mid, nothing shocking. Riders? I kind of like Riders. It's like a pet class thing, but I like the thematics of it, right? And the fact that you can actually ride on your steed while being in combat in certain areas. I am hoping they'll gain some value in certain dungeons that are technically outdoor or count as outdoor. Also for raids and certain battlegrounds. Imagine in BGs you pick up a flag and you just ride on your you just ride on your horse with a flag. How cool would that be, man? There's some cool thematic stuff there at the very least. Riders being mid is insane. Riders, I think it's like a pet class, which I'm like a little bit, I don't know how it's gonna play, but there's interactions with all of your riders. Like all of the abilities they do, they interact with your abilities. There's some feedback to it. I think it's one of those that needs to be tested in game, but that one didn't strike me poorly at all. Imagine just stunning someone and mounting up right away. Dude, okay, let me show you one talent that I think is actually going to be busted. I know there's like an ability to mount on your horse so you can like ride away or whatever, but there's another talent that I think a lot of people are forgetting about completely. Let me see if I can show it to you. Here we go, wow head. I also think that Deathbringer looks pretty cool, but Rider of the Apocalypse, right? So you have the ability where you can like summon riders, and riders give you different abilities, and all these abilities you can interact with, right? As you like kill stuff, you get a better strength buff while he's active. Trollbane Icy Fury, attacking the person that hit by Trollbane's Chain of Ice, cause them to shatter, doing Shadow Frost damage to enemies, nearby enemies. There's like, as you disease deals damage to an enemy afflicted by undeath, the dot from White Mane, it gains another stack and it stacks up very, very quickly, deals damage, so it infects another enemy, so it like spreads, and you can summon a bunch of stuff. There's one, I think it's here, right? No, it's here. You got on a paler horse or death charge. Death charge basically is a better death advance, gives you a horse, movement speed reduction, all that stuff. Or on a paler horse, while outdoors, you're able to mount your Arcturus charger in combat. Wait, does this mean like you can... So the way that I read the mountain combat part, right? You can stay mounted while... You can stay mounted while you're fighting stuff, right? So imagine you're questing, right? And you're going for an obliterate, and you can just run away and kite. That's how I read it. While outdoors, you're able to mount your Arcturus in combat. Unless it means like you can be in combat, you can mount up, reposition. Like I'm hoping it's you can be on top of the horse while in combat, while fighting. You don't drop horse basically. And technically certain dungeons, certain raids, or even battlegrounds count as outdoors. They don't count as an inside area or in instance. Or you're still in instance but not indoors. You're outdoors technically. So I'm wondering, like, can you do like a battleground like Arathi Basin? Pick up the flag, run outside, mount up, and just keep mounted while holding the flag? I assume you would be able to. I'm assuming. I have no idea what this means. They need a blue post, but that's what I assumed it as. Yeah, talking about PvE, home and talking about PvP. Yeah, I mean, if Warsaw Gulch is a BG, that's PvP, right? I don't think you'll be able to mount in arenas. Well, actually, no, hold on. Some arenas are outdoors where you can mount. Like, you're not going to be able to mount inside of Dalaran sewers, but in the Grand you can. In the Grand you can. I was brought to Jake. Okay. Everyone said more D4D uptime on wound build. Death and Decay. Yeah, Death and Decay uptime with the, what is it, Morgrain, right? I mean, that might be cool too, but they are going to also be separating Death and Decay from other things too. They're going to be decoupling it later, which I think is good. Who is BC? They're inviting me over and over. Chicago, let me know when to invite you. BC keeps inviting me. Says, yo. I don't know if I should take the invite or not. I'm trying to get a queue going. But yeah. Isn't it like Paladins when you get the horse in battle? Kind of, yeah. So you could either do the active ability where Death Advance becomes a horse. So it's like the Paladin horse, but a Death Knight version. But basically it's a horse plus Hand of Freedom. Right? It's like a faster Death Advance. So Death Advance does not let you get slowed beyond a certain point, and it just upgrades it to a better version where you're on a horse. On a payload horse sounds like you should be able to be mounted while in combat, like staying in combat. Unless it just means like Unless it just means like you can walk up to a boar, start attacking him, right? Get to half health, and then mount up while you're getting attacked by a boar and then be able to run away. If that's what they mean, I don't think that's going to be as exciting. What I'm hoping it means is if you're mounted, right? And you can go up and attack a boar while mounted. I'm hoping that's what they mean. I'm hoping that's what they mean. Because there'll be some busted situations where you could stay mounted while staying in combat, and that could be insanely hilarious. But also would really make you feel like a rider of the apocalypse, right? You're literally on a horse. Let me know if ready. Let me know if ready. We'll see, right? It all depends what they mean, because that's how I read it. That's how I'm assuming it, but it could be interpreted in multiple different ways. We'll find out. I am kind of hoping, because I think it'd be really, really cool thematically to just be on a horse while riding. It'd be definitely weird and unique. It'd be definitely one of the most unique talents ever, and they could tune in and balance it and stuff or whatever, right? You could be like, okay, certain areas you can do this in, like certain raid fights, it could be like, okay, you can't use that talent, and that's fine. It just seems like an open world talent, but like, I think it just, at least in a more casual setting, if you could do that, I think it'd be hilarious. 90% sure DK is a, that was a DK whole upgrade, by the way, where you can stay mounted while being on a horse. I did not go through the entire quest line of Death Knights with campaign. I remember doing it and finishing it. I don't remember it at all though. It was was it fun? Tell me it was fun. I'm hoping it'll function exactly the same way if it was fun then. Yeah, it was certain duration. Oh, it has a certain duration. I'm hoping this one doesn't have a duration. Maybe like they can limit how much movement speed you get out of it to balance it or whatever. But like, I think it'd be cool. Let's do Nagrand. We never get to Nagrand. This time we're doubling back to all the different arenas, man. We're doubling up on everything now. I think we've done all of them so far. Pretty sure, at least. Flying Nelf? I like it. I love that thing. That's so good. But yeah, we'll see what they do with it. But it's like, I think it would be really cool. I don't hate Riders of the Apocalypse. I don't think that it's as good as like, what is it, Diabolist? Because I think that looks really interactive. But like, I'm not a big fan of the pet class feel of Rider of the Apocalypse, but I like the interactivity between like the riders when you get them proccing and how it can change the rotation a little bit, right? Oh, Chain of Ice in this guy, you want to focus that target down so you can get a bunch of AoE. You get Death and Decay, now you can get some Death and Decay value. Stuff like that would be really, really cool. And the fact that they're going to be decoupling some of the Death and Decay stuff out of it, I also think it's solid. I'm very happy about that. Twitch. Got ourselves Team 1 with Buff Survival. On the team we got us is Flying Nelf. Are you first up? I gotta get the blue version of this set. It's a good set. I gotta get the blue version because it looks so good. Kordic on this team as well. Looks like he's gonna be first up versus the Hunter as Thales gets hit with a lasso. Got himself a bit of that sack with the pet. As is just setting out beasts back to back. Look at the Zeus around Kordic. He just got a race against time, popping a wall, trying to see if he can barrage Thales with meatballs for days, knocking the Basilisk so far away, trapping the pets away. Oh, that Basilisk is gonna get no value. Oh my god, look at that thing. Dude, they really gotta make Basilisk hit harder. Like, it's so slow and it's so easily avoidable, but they gotta make it like a big payoff ability. Wait, he got one bite off. He got one big chomper in there. Oh my goodness, big Earth Shock, something else. Does go in for Lava Burst back to back. More Lava Burst right after. As Earth Shocks do go through more Primordials, but still kind of behind. Kordic though looks like he's been dominating this one so far. Controlling his pets completely, rooting everything in place. Does force a turtle out of those, but he's still so low himself. Death Shock him, keeps spinning all over the man. It is going to get a couple of those few more dings into the guy. Freezing Trap does shrink him with a lasso. Hoping to end this duel right now and does end up taking it with Dax immediately rushing in. Knockback one into another charge. Does he have another knockback? Stunned by the Earth Elemental. Huh? I was going to say for a second. Chain? Hello? Totem? Looks like the totem, or no, the spear does not trap Kordic at all. I thought he had it there. Oh man, did it make it less consistent? I feel like I've seen more people use the chain, and I've seen it like not keep people in place, even if it does have a chain to people. I've seen that more often. I don't know what's happening with that thing. Is it bug chat? Or is it just like, just gotta be super accurate with it? Dax mounting up. That is going to be Root Totem immediately. Lasso right after, just trying to get himself a bit of that consistent damage onto the warrior. Got himself a bit of that reflect. Cordic, if he's very, very careful with reflect, he might still be okay. He should be able to get himself plenty of control either way, though. Was that a Tremor Totem he pulled? I was a Tremor Totem. I think it was expecting maybe a few out of the guy. Dax charging in, back in with an Avatar. Wall up for Cordic. As he got himself Earth Shocks onto Dax. Dax trying to go for a bit of that survivability. Using defenses a little bit early. For Cordic, this could be huge because right now the Warrior's not going to have much to really work with. Back-to-back meatballs. Just feeding this man completely into a static totem. Is that a Root Totem on top of it? I think that was a Root Totem on top of it. Just trying to see if he can control him as much as possible over there. Got him some Guardian to keep himself afloat. Drax, though, as long as Dax is staying melee with the guy, the more bloodthirst he can get, the more healing he's going to get out of it. Also, you got a little moth with you. I just noticed. Little moth following you around. I like it. Spear does catch him. Oh, okay. So it does work. Good. Good. Good to know. Good to actually see it function, because I see so many people get chained by it, but like it still just walk out of it like it's nothing. Cordic trying to see if he can just Earth Shock the guy down. Dax is up in melee, getting so much healing, just enough to sustain himself. Big execute from a mile away. What was that? Did you see that animation? It was so delayed. Cordic needs a heal right now. That or a root. Big Stormbolt does go for the trinket, looking for a bit of a healing. Dax, if only fewer words had Blaze Storm. They're getting it later. They're getting it in the War Within, but they're not having it right now. But that'd be so good. Knocking him back, charge mid-air just to make sure he doesn't get rooted. Cordic has an execute range and does end up taking him knocked back, but he charges right in there with another execute. Charging into above survival immediately. The guy disengaging out for a second. Mad burst into Dax. What was that? Was that just an explosive into a spear, into just like a kill shot? Maybe one grenade? Just everything went off at once by the looks of it. Merlin is going to be up next, charging over above survival as the guy is going to get him tagged up and dotted, stuns him with a root to follow, kind of bouncing away from the guy into a full slow, I was gonna say root, but no, just a slow with a chimeric poison into a stun. Got him some full coordinated assault, full damage bubble out from Merlin with the crusade as the paladin able to ramp up his burst for both survival. He might be in a ton of trouble. Got him some defenses. I don't know if he wants to use anything here. May need to. Got him some exil together with the fortification of the bear. Might need actually defensive. Does rotate it as the shield defense is up for Merlin. Both survival is having to commit quite a lot of cooldowns into Merlin. Got himself full hammers everywhere, stun him to above, just sees one more hit. Oh, he does let him keep going with it. Oh my goodness, back it up away because he was just attacking flying Nelv there. But Merlin is just able to take that entire Haymaker Crusader playstyle and just blast him to smithereens. As flying, taking a bit of damage from the judgments early, disaster rush at Merlin before he gets himself maybe a spell warden. No. Before he can even get anything available, he's just taking him out. Hawk is charging in. Give Flying Nelf a daughter duel, man. Give him a chance. You're just going in with dots immediately. Nelf into a hunt. Does get cheap shotted, but it still is a hunt on Hawk. He's stunned to follow. Does go for the Cloak of Shadows. Flying Nelf needs someone right now. Oh no, it's over. It is over. Hawkins doesn't even send anything at all at the guy. He still has Death Mark. He's still got Dance and everything available. Explosive shot of 182k, flanking for 62, Vata bomb from 5, and Chakram. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a ton. Because you just throw explosive into a bomb, and then you flank into a bomb, and while Chakram is pre-rolling ahead of time. Yeah, there's not much you can do. It's just so much damage just kind of happens all at once, or it feels like it happens all at once because it has a delay or has travel time or something. That's what I think it comes down to. Full dots are up on Chicago. Immediate wall. Hawkins with an evasion does not have advantage for this one. Lightning Lasso for Chicago. May need Guardian here as well. Looking for a bit of a healing. That's going to be stun totem onto Hawkins. Maybe able to disrupt the rogue a little bit here. Double stun onto Hawkins. Trying to see if he can take it down right then and there. Got a sentence in case they need it. Got himself the Guardian to keep himself alive. Big zapper onto Hawkins and is able to survive it. With Tyr gonna be up next. At the very least, you got yourself Draenor Racial. Does get interrupted on nature. There goes the Draenor Racial to give yourself a bit more healing. And Tyr gotta find a way to fight through Chicago into a full cheap shot. I don't know if you can go for Burrow. I think it's over, right? There's no shot. I love your fist weapons, but there's no shot there. Stun with a tier. Vengecraft, try and take him down into a full trinket. Does go in for vengeful retreat in case there's a stun. Finds tier, gets him out in the open. Gouge really quickly. He could use mobility to get himself over towards tier. If you meta at the right time too, you could potentially avoid a cheap shot, kidney shot, or something out of the guy. Sigil of Fear, oh, catches him right then and there. There goes the meta. I-beam right after cheap shot. Does not have a trinket for this one. You gotta have himself a big go. At least Burrow giving you quite a bit of that defense here, looking to go in for a hit and run, but escaping the Demon Hunter is almost nigh impossible. Full stun, does go for eventual retreat in case there's another stun. Does go for yet another stun. Throwing the glaives, just letting the rogue rot from a distance. He does have cloak, and that's going to be a big blade dance to follow. Able to evade a lot of the damage, remove all the chaos damage out of the window. And Vengecraft, if he's careful enough with his immunity and darkness, he might actually be able to catch tier. Oh no, no, Vengeful? Cheap shot? Wait, immunity? Maybe? Oh, that is so rough. That is rough. This guy got his burst on lock there, man. My goodness. Did everybody get a chance to play? Everybody got a chance to play. Well done. What is well done? Yeah, no trick with the rogue. Yeah, it's just, it's rough. It's definitely rough. I feel like maybe like if you picked up eyes, like just seeing them rush at you, like, you know, at that point you're just guessing, right? You just gotta guess, like, do I use immunity now? Do I just randomly darkness? Do I just randomly vengeful retreat? I think vengeful retreat rushing over to eyes, dropping darkness, maybe that would have won, but like without seeing where the rogue is at, you don't really know what he's gonna do. That's a tough one. We get to see where the rogue is at, but like there's no shot, you know, right? There's no shot, you know. So it's like not even a hindsight, it's just a guess. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Let me know if you guys are ready. We'll get another one going. I wish I got some water before we started streaming, but with this light being here, like walking out, it's just, I gotta keep moving it, schmoving it. Chicago, let me know when you're ready. We are getting into that 7:27 minute mark, boys, so if you do want to bounce. BC Droid. Is that the same BC guy? He keeps inviting me to a group. Oh wait, that's the guy over here. Why is he inviting me? Level 65? Oh, he's got like a... Is this like a twink character or is he leveling it? I'm not even sure. Maybe he's fully like twinked out or something. I have no idea. He keeps inviting me though. I don't know why. He was trying to invite me on his monk earlier. Is he trying to duel me? Is that what's happening? I'm not even sure. Alright, Chicago, let me know if you're ready or if you're bouncing out for the night. Yeah, that exposure shot, flanking strike. Yeah, that's a big combo. The delay of those abilities makes you feel like it all happens all at once too. Ready? Beautiful. We'll do a, I don't know what map. Hook point? We'll go back into the hook. Back to the Pirate Cove. That actually would be really cool. Imagine an arena with the Pirate Cove aesthetic to it. That'd be great. I actually have the perfect Pirate Cove in mind, but it's from Baldur's Gate, not even from WoW. Did I save that? I don't even remember. Hold on. Alright, now I think we're good. Now we're good, boys. Now we're good. What's up, Dal? What's up, Carlos? So do my man. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome, welcome. Switch. Got ourselves buff survival over for the team 1. We got ourselves flying Nelf zoning in with Kix the Evoker. Whoa, August Dev. I kind of want to see what this man does when he plays Core Dick. We got us in Chicago on the team versus the team that's missing one, but hopefully they'll get in soon. Hawk is in the team. We got ourselves Dax the Fury Warrior, Thels the Beastmaster, Marksman Hunter this time around. Okay, the Range Hunter if anything, as well as Tier with Hockey's first up versus Buff Survival. Two of the burstiest competitors of the 5v5 dueling arena, or some of the burstiest for sure. Assassination Burst versus Survival. I think technically, if you were to compare the two, I think technically Survival Burst is better? Wait, is it tier first or is it? Because you're gonna make him think. Hold on, you're gonna make Buff Survivor think that it's you out first. Hold on, run back over there, run back to your side of the arena. He's gonna randomly attack you. I'm pretty sure it's Hockey's, right? Yeah, maybe. Not sure. He's got himself a nice little hole over there. Oh, look at that. He's got himself a corner strat. What is that? Twitch. Exactly, Wes, exactly. Flare down, freeze the trap. He knows he wants you to shadow step in there, right? But if you do that, you're not going to be able to get if you do that, you're not going to be able to get subterfuge at all. Hold on, is he going to wait until the flare's down? Now is the time to do it. No flare. Hold on. He knows the rogue is going to be there. He's just going to go for a proper opener. Sepsis immediately. For Buff Survival may not be the worst idea to remove the bandages. I think this could be an opportunity for a death mark as the death chakram is out. Buff Survival may be in a bit of trouble if he goes in for full burst. Turtle Shell before Hawkins goes in for an entire go. I think he was maybe trying to see if he could maybe Turtle Shell as the guy potentially sinks the cooldowns in. Evasion up for Hawkins. Buff Survival might be in a lot of trouble. No more Turtle Shell available. Got himself full defenses into a freezing trap onto Hawkins as he goes in from death mark. Wait, if you just wait out his dance, he might not have a Kingsbane and everything. Medic Bandage to remove it. Oh my god, the early Medic Bandage came back up fast enough for him to remove an entire death mark. Hawkins is not deterred. He's staying in. That bandage used very aggressively, but the survival hunter's burst, yeah, that bandage is really what counters that's rogue burst. I feel like this is the one class that can counter it to some degree. Just a bandage to remove that burst entirely. Thels trying to go for sniper shot. Survival. Freezing trap, he's got a camo with a binding shot. He just goes in with a full dash chakram. He's ready to go. That's going to be Thels with a rapid fire onto Buff Survival. The binding shot does get him stunned up there. Got himself explosive, a bit of defense, full fear of the eagle. Thels with a big heal, got himself a defense of his own. Yet another freezing trap right after. ASUS trying to get himself a proper go, and Buff Survival looking to avoid him as best as he can. Explosive shot on Buff. Might be in a bad spot. Hold on. Ooh, the pet trying to see if he can split some of that damage, or at least transfer it over. Rapid fire up. Stun onto Thels. Does get himself the chimeric poison. Buff got nothing. He just needs a kill shot. Yeah, there it is. Didn't even get a kill shot, just an aim shot. Taking him out. Well, Cordy going to be up next. What happened to you guys' fifth over on the team 2? Hopefully they're still loading in or something. Thels does get zapped down with the lasso. That is going to be a totem down for him for just a second. Cordic with the lava burst. That is just going to be over for Thels. Unless they got something in the back pocket. They were actually doing a bit of decent damage though to Cordic. Actually very decent damage. Actually doing some stuff. Is it Dax next? Is Dax next? I feel like Tier's got to go last just about every single round here, didn't he? Unless he's putting himself on the back burner every single time. Just potentially unlucky in them rolls. Lava burst getting sent in. Cordic and Dax last time fought each other. Dax, I think, was able to overpower Cordic after a bit of time. Just going in for back-to-back executes. As long as he's up in melee, pressing Bloodthirst and getting whatever heals he can just sustain himself. He takes quite a bit of damage. But so does Cordic, and Dax just gets just enough healing to be just a step ahead of Cordic. He's not quite a mile away. Try to see if he can spear him down. Doesn't quite connect Stormbolt, but it's going to be a perfect route out of the Shaman. Can't spell effect those. This is going to be Cordic looking to drop down a full static totem onto Dax with a couple of Earth Shocks back to back, as long as he keeps a Flame Shock onto Dax. Don't let him get any kind of second wind healing. You're going to be golden. Does go for the trinket really early. Dax tried to go for a stun. I don't know if it... Was it the yard or it just didn't connect? I'm not sure. Reflect is up. There's going to be Ice Fury for Cordic. That's a lot of instant cast damage. Lots of additional pressure. This Earth Shock, Frost Shock combos are going to be so good. You can just CC the guy the entire time with a light and lasso right after. Got himself plenty of opportunity here. Got himself a bit of a heal together with the Primordial flying in. Lava bursts in the ready. Frost Shocks. Earth Shocks are just doing a number with Tier immediately charging out towards Cordic. Might just even go for an interrupt, or I think he just give him the honor duel. I'm gonna take that as an honor duel. He could have just interrupted him there, but I think he just let him at least recover to full health. Just let him get a proper go. Secret Technique immediately does go for a pre-wall here, in between stuns, I think, or right before the opener, one or the other. Jier still got plenty of damage, just ignoring the totem. Did not get sent back at all. The Cordic looking for a bit of recovery. I don't know, unless you got a root on the guy or something. Anything blind? I think it's over, right? Unless kidney is just over. There's just no shot. Full secret technique, nothing you can do. With flying, Nelv gonna be up next. He could potentially find Tyr. He needs to get himself the eyes in order to maybe, or no? He kind of went in aggressively and then backed up. I can't tell if he's trying to like stay aggressive or he's trying to like poke at Tyr. I can't really tell. It looks like he's trying to charge in and then backed away, just dropping down a sigils from a distance, I-beam from a distance. I think he's just trying to poke. I don't think he's trying to be too aggressive there yet. But he's taking a bit of damage, no more trinkets, so if Tyr got a full kidney shot on the guy, there isn't much you can really do. He's backing up out of it to pick up the eye at the very least. If you can pre-plan an immunity, I think it would be fine. Maybe if you had it there, I think it's over, right? Hold on, I think it's over. Yeah, I think it's over. Every time this guy got a secret technique, so far, it's been a killer one. Kex is going to be up next, trying to get himself an angle versus Tyr. Does not get to find him, but the random breath, if he wasn't away, definitely would have gotten him out in the open. Second eye is available on the far side by the Team 2 area. But that's kind of where Tyr is. He's trying to see if he can maybe camp this corner, this pillar, this stand. Is that what you would call this? The pillar. I guess you would call it like a stand, right? Or I don't know. I guess I'd call it a stand. Platform, because there was a guy on top of it. I guess you would call it a platform. As Kex does get hit with a sap. Tyr hanging out on this side. 7 minutes into the match. Dampening getting kind of high. For Tyr, or for Kex rather, this might be a tough situation. Could pick up the eye and Tyr's actually backing up out of there. He's just going to save and make sure he has got cooldowns for this. And he's going to play defensively. For Kex, if you do pick up the eye, you'll need to check your corners. But he's kind of letting the eye sit there. He doesn't want to go in yet. I think he was maybe hoping to have the rogue attack him, then pick up the eye right after, and then follow up with the rogue. Maybe, but he's definitely giving him a bit of that time. For Kex though, I don't know, timing your wall, timing your trinket, I think is going to be very important. Goes in for immediate immunity. Does end up avoiding the secret technique from Tyr completely though. If you can get yourself a go, does go for the gouge, but is slowed by the claw. Blind to follow, does not have a trinket. Tyr, I think is going to end up kind of waiting this out, isn't he? Sap, it is going to be DR'd. Kex, maybe you can still get him out in the open. Random root. Maybe. Does go for the hover. Random root. Oh, catches the rogue. That is so perfect. At least keeping him out in the open. Goes in for a deep breath. Catching the rogue. That is a Cloak of Shadows. Cheap shot by the rogue. Does he have a secret technique? He got himself sepsis. Secret technique back in. Kex taking so much damage right now. Maybe he can go for a bit of recovery. Got himself Battle Master Trinket by the looks of it. Together with a wall. Maybe this could be enough. Just needs to go in for whatever damage he's got. He's going to be nothing. No, he tried. He tried. He sent everything he could. That was such a good go with a root as well as a deep breath. But Tyr just cloaked and just went with it. He just went with it. He just went aggressive. Might have banished that too to get some cooldowns back a little bit quicker. Yeah, that is rough, man. Sub is a joke. Dude, sub is tough. And Tyr, the way he's playing it like there is some defensive play, right? He does go for the reset. He definitely got his cooldowns back as soon as he could. But then he went in for a vanish aggressively. Just to see like, okay, I can just end this right here. But now he's got no vanish, no shadow melt, no nothing. And I think Chicago should be able to punish him unless he somehow turns this around. Hold on a second. Won't cut him out yet. As he got himself full evasion. Big gouge onto Chicago. Looking to back up out of there. But he's got nothing left. Blind coming back up in 10 seconds though. I don't know if he lives that long enough though. 47% damp, but he hits with a frost shock. Maybe, hold on. Second rapture? Hold on a second. Blind into Chicago? Into a trinket to break out of it with a zap? It's over. Yeah, it's over. He went aggressive, that's the thing. Like, this is what a rogue can do if they don't, like... I guess he could have saved that vanish for later, but he went vanish just to go aggressive with, yeah. Man, that's a rough one. Yeah. That was rough. I honestly was rooting for the evoker, man. We don't see a lot of damn evokers, and I was rooting for you. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like to play too many favorites, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, dude. I don't try to play favorites. It just happens. I mean, the catch by evoker, it was great, honestly. Outplay, but never matters. Yeah, I thought the rogue really got her outplayed. Like when you root a rogue and deep breath him, I feel like that's where you should be able to punish the rogue, right? You caught him, you should be able to punish him. But cloak and press vanish to get cooldowns back quicker. I'm annoyed. I don't blame you at all. I don't blame you at all. This is why I like have a predisposition that's very anti-rogue when we do our duels, man. It is rough. It is definitely rough. Emergency, all good, all good. All good, all good, friend. Hope everything is okay. Sorry, I left abruptly. All good. Do we get another one going, or are we done for the night, boys? How are we feeling? It is 7:40. We got a bunch of these back to back. I'm almost thinking we should just wrap it up, man. Only 1 hour of sleep, dude. That's how I'm feeling. I barely. Is that Baneling? That's got to be Baneling, right? That's totally Baneling. That is my boy right here. There's no shot it isn't. That's him for sure. 1 hour sleep, dude. That's how I'm feeling. Do we do one more? Because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I was like, man, I want to wake up early. And I did nothing with the day. I just wanted to wake up early just so I feel like for the last few days, I've had a schedule where I wake up and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to just kind of hang out and do stuff. Usually I do my videos like very, very late at night. But then it was like, oh, well, Blizzard got some updates later in the day. So I'll just do like Duels video in the morning and then a proper video after. And that's kind of how my schedule has been. So anytime that I have to just sit down, play WoW, hang out or whatever, unless you count like the stream time, which sometimes I count that as just like me time, but stream time versus me time to me is very, very different. At least for me specifically. Need +2, who's going to do more games? So I left for a bit. All good, all good. Hey, Dal started sleep schedule. Hey, Dal started his sleep schedule out. 1 hour sleep. Dude, that's the perfect sleep schedule. You just, what you gotta do is you just gotta, what is it? You gotta do the reverse of sleep maxing. That's all. He's just doing the reverse of sleep maxing. That's it. I want to say one more. I want revenge. Well, we need to get 2 more if we do more. I'm kind of leaning towards like chilling, man, and doing more next week. I'm on lock Pally 1 sec. Hakashada. So one of the guys, Pally, is it Dels or is that somebody else? Might be somebody else, right? Is Chicago got a group still? Chicago, let me know if you got a group. Maybe we could do one more. Dude, I feel like I could take a nap. I feel like if I just go on the couch and I lay down and I close my eyes, I could fall asleep. So, I don't know, man. They're relogging. Okay, cool. Cool. We'll list it right now. So if you guys want to join, we'll list Haka's group. Sappy. There you go, my guy. Wait, were you in Dels? Dels offline? Cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna remove. I'm gonna get you in. There you go. I was at like 6 a.m. Dude, that's been my schedule. What is it? It was like, I was basically I started to get a feeling like I'm just doing a ton of work. I'm not ever really able to just like, oh, hey, okay, we'll do one more. We'll do one more since we got the boys in. We'll do one more. We'll get you in. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. Is it just another Demon Hunter Ghost, or did you just rename yours recently? We'll get Haka's lead again. Baneling will actually get a chance. We'll do last one for the road, right? We'll do a... let's do another Grand, maybe? Blade's Edge? We'll do another Blades. We'll do another Blade's Edge. I like Blade's Edge. I think aesthetically it's really cool. Wait. I should have waited. Okay. At 4 p.m. to time of Duels. Yeah, I appreciate you for being here in Chicago, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Super messed up sleep schedule can really have real effects. Dude, yeah, it can. For a good bit, like towards the end of 2023, I really had like for months a really bad sleep schedule where I'd be like awake until like I'd be working on projects late at night, and sometimes I'd be awake until 10 in the morning, and then I'd wake up like 2 or 1. So I try to run with like as little sleep as possible, and that was rough. And that really messed me up, I think. Because at some point, like, I could keep streak going, but at some point, it's like I started waking up a little later, and a little later, and a little later, and then it just like, it really just unraveled. And it was weird, man. Didn't feel like myself at all. So I feel you on that. Yeah. Which? I've just been having like a weird schedule recently, but trying to like fix it a little here and there. DX first up over for the team 1 versus Gargano. They're missing 1, but hopefully they'll get +1. Wait, you got straight out with +1. Who are we missing over there? Team Hockey. Are we missing? Who are we missing? Big Juke out of DX though. You know, subtlety rogues are pretty busted when it comes to 1v1s, but you gotta respect the Juke, man. You gotta respect the Juke as Gargano trying to see if he can get himself a go. Bop has been used really early, so DX right now has himself a really good spot. Trinket with a wall out of Gargano, but still getting locked in with stuns back-to-back blind. Onto the rogue, does going for the blind. It does get enough time in order to get a bullet back up. Does not have Crusade at this point at all though. So Gargano, unless you can catch up some kind of heals or whatever, I think it's just over, right? I think DX just has ya. Oh, we're missing a team too. We're missing somebody. Or we're missing. Oh man, DX does end up taking them. I'm just hoping it does not end up being like one of those where Rogue just goes in for a clean sweep because Team 2 gets only 4 bodies. Well, my man 1 hour sleep here is just gonna have to play as a 2-man, dude. As a 1-man army to make up the distance here, to make up the difference. DX does AoE, Hockey's out in the open, is gonna get himself the cheap shot opener. DX got to be very careful. Hockey with a blind. And DX can't respond. Hockey gets hit with a disarm. Disarm back under DX. This guy better walk away. That is a full steps on him. Step. Oh, does get the juke that he needs. He does get the juke. My goodness. As Hockey's on the chase, throwing a dagger, trying to make sure the guy does not get out of combat. Wants to go for a kidney. Nothing he can do about it. Full burst is available. Hawkins maybe with a cheap shot. Goes in for full mark. Needs a cloak of shadows. Cheap shot again. Oh, DX is just melting. Does go for the cloak. That's gonna be fan catching him out in the open though. Hold on, Hawkins knows exactly where he's at. Does he get a dot? Does he play wound poison? He might be playing wound poison instead of a deadly poison. If he had deadly poison, that would get the damage over time out for DX, but does end up surviving the full go of assassination rogue. Hockey's next dance, I think it might be over because he'll have Kingsbane, he'll have probably Sepsis by that point. He'll have everything. DX trying to get the guy out in the open. He's feeling a little bit more comfortable. He's got evasion. He's got a chicken coming back up. He's got a shadow meld. He's got a blind as well as a cheat death. So he's doing kind of good. Hockey's does have a trinket as well as cheat death. No blind though. Phantom knives maybe to get him out in the open. DX is on his tail for a second, but they kind of backed up out of there. Next fan gets the other guy out, I think. Maybe. Oh man. You bore me, dude. The ogre is just actually calling you boys out. What is happening? Oh man. He keeps calling you, dude. Even he's not a fan of rogue duels, man. The stealth matches, they're looking for each other, dude. They're just on they're high alert. We know exactly where they are. Trinket for Hawkins, Trinket for DX. Now they're just gonna have him out. Did Hawkins go for a stun on DX? DX is doing quite a bit of damage to Hawkins though. Hold on a second. He needs to find a way to get some damage on the guy. Blinds are coming back up very, very soon. Hawkins does have evasion. He's just trying to see if he can get some, keep DX in combat if possible. I don't know if he catches the re-stealth or whatnot. Fan? No. Cloak of Shadows for Hawkins. Maybe this will be enough. Blind by DX. DX needs to have himself a clean play. Otherwise, Hawkins may just take him. Cheap shot. That is a no DR. Secret technique. Cheap death. Oh, that secret technique after he steps with a blind. The delay was so good. Definitely gave DX a proper go here. Is it 1 sleep? Yeah, 1 hour sleep is up next. He is pretty good at fighting sub rogues, man. He generally does pretty well. Cheap shot as DX does get hit by the fell flame of a demon hunter. The man got himself the big old glaives. The big old Thunder Keeper. What is it? Not Thunder Keeper, right? It's Blessing of Thunder King. Blessing of the Thunder King sent in there. Oh my god, the massive sword is getting sent in. Jesus, with the disarm, stun onto DX, does not need access to his weapons at all. He's just able to rush back in. Oh my god, Sigil of Fear. Does catch him. Is this enough? Needs one more. Dots, please. Oh, dots do get him. Cheat death. Oh man. Chicago is going to be up next as 1 hour sleep, just sending in the glaives, charging in. That is going to be a lot of raptors surrounding him. May need a trinket here. Does not trinket. Imprisoned in Chicago for a second. May need something right now. He needs recovery. He needs a way to survive. Darkness down. Maybe they'll keep you afloat here for a little bit longer. Chicago backing up out of that. It's going to be 1 hour sleep, catching up as much healing as he can off of the Raptors. Stunned to Chicago. Does go for the Mad Cleave. Maybe this will be enough. Wall. Get himself immunity. Does he have a stun? Intro and interrupt. Maybe this will be enough. Needs a heal. Oh, the knock-up though, taking him out. That is so rough. Oh, that physical damage knock-up, there's not much you can do. It actually does quite a bit of damage. It does quite a lot. Technically scales with like physical damage buffs too. Like when you had the tier set for season 2 for enhanced shamans where they could use what's it called? Where they could use what's the word? What am I trying to think of right now? Where they had like Sunder that increased your physical damage and fire damage, Ghost Rules, like the non-elemental ones, and you do the burrow thing, that would increase your physical damage, the knock-up of the physical, by quite a bit. It was cheesy. Not a lot of people really combined it for that purpose. They most use it defensively. Gonna be a fear out of Dax. Got him so zappy, totem zapping him up. Oh, that's so rough. That is rough, G's. Alright, sounds good, man. Sounds good. How to swap to sub GD, guys? All good, Tyler. All good, my man. We'll call it there, dude. We'll call it there. Yo, thank you so much for coming by, boys. Appreciate ya. Baneling, sorry you only got to play one game, my guy. Not even a full match. Or a full proper 5v5 match. But next week, man, yeah? Next week. We'll see you then, yeah? Hopefully, maybe, possibly. Hope you're doing good. Did you see you next time? Yeah, we'll be doing more of these next Friday for EU, Saturday for the team at NA. You guys are more than welcome to join us at any time we do these. Anybody and everybody is welcome, as always. I'm gonna go get something to eat, maybe chill on the couch, maybe take a nap. If I take a nap, though, I'll probably fall asleep. So I'll probably go through all these clips. I'm also been leveling a druid over on the Wrath Realms too. So maybe I'll do a bit of that. Or maybe I'll head up Krenna and see if she wants to do some BG3. Because we've been having a playthrough of a character where she's kind of like picking all the dialogue options, and I just try to like find a way to survive through whatever situations we get put into. And that's been kind of fun. Also, a chance testing out whatever build. She's like, you know what, combine this and this together. I'm like, okay, let's see if there's a viable build. Basically, she was like, you know what, cleric, tempest sorcerer. So it's like a tempest cleric. It's like, yeah, it's pretty busted. Listen to the bread song, Dalaran. It'll give you enough strength. Let's just add it to the song. The bread song. Do you link it over in Discord or something? Music. Bread song? A song about bread? Okay, I will. Yo, bread used to be a meme on this channel like a while ago, man. Like towards like and the Legion before BFA kind of deal. Actually, yeah, somewhere around that time when I was streaming on YouTube, bread became a meme on the channel for like a good long while. Just slices of bread. I don't know why. And it's like slices of bread became funny. There's nothing funny about a slice of bread. But it was essentially, God, who was it? I'm trying to remember who exactly. Jacko. It was, what is it? I'm gonna give you no context, but it was essentially Jacko throwing bread at his monitor, and it would just stick until the entire monitor was covered in bread. Or it'd be just like him take a picture of me and just throw bread in my face. Just slice some bread. Zero context. Funniest thing in the world. It was just a perfect era of the channel. It was my favorite era, honestly. Bread beams never disappear. Never. God. I wish Jacko would pop in sometimes, dude. I miss that man. He started doing like a competitive CSGO or something. Like actually like go and play like lands and stuff. Nutty. But boys, thank you so much for coming by. Appreciate you guys. Wonderful, beautiful. Sunday, I am not streaming. Sunday, Monday, I'm probably going to be back. Tuesday, we got 10-2-6, so I'll be there for that. I'll need to figure out my YouTube video schedule because I don't really know what I'm going to be able to do on 10-2-6 on Tuesday. I definitely want to do a video covering the entire update, everything that's new, because we literally have no information on 10-2-6, so I'm going to have to do it live. And then make a video on it as soon as possible. So that's gonna be wild. We'll see though. I don't know how long the delay is gonna be on that patch. It would be hilarious if I could take a look at it and make a whole video on it as it launches stuff. That'll be something. But boys, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys all in the next stream. Alrighty. Peace.